We love hip hop.
No. You can if you want to continue those flowers, you can continue those. I got the egg rolling now.
Nah, I just had to say for sure. Man, big shout out to my boy Friday, man. You've been doing this for a long time. We
Salute.
recognize you as a vet, an OG. It's good to be here.
Okay, let's start off with some vibes because I want to make sure that we, this is an audio podcast too. I don't know if you realized or if you knew that we do audio too.
Yeah,
we on every streaming platform. The cubicle gang, I call them. Those are the people who be listening to us in the office and stuff. So I want to make sure they got some vibe before we get into this.
My son, little nigga trying to be like his dad. Do you?
That was some GOAT stuff right there.
Classic.
We are back at it. This is your boy Friday, Ricky Dread, here with another interview for your head top. Before I get into it, big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada. They got deliveries all across Canada and all through the GTA. All right. Let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you and you'll give you a little discount. Sane. Also, quick fast, we got to give a big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabber. They got all different types of grabber flavors and dispensers and stuff like that. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber, and use the code We Love Hip Hop for a discount. But I'm really happy to be I'm about to have this conversation right here. This has been a while in the workings. I listen.
Facts, bro. It's been a minute we've been supposed to do this.
Yeah, man. And I've been watching the moves that this gentleman is doing as a solo artist and part of a former collective. So, with no further ado, we have Castro in the motherfucking building.
Do what I shoot a cop, it doesn't scare me. Nigga, if you dare me. Shh.
Where's my sound effects?
Shoot. Castro.
Yo, bro. Yo, first of all, thank you for coming through.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. And you were coming, where are you coming from? Like country-wise?
I just flew from LA.
Okay. Are you living out there now?
Yeah, I've been out there like 2 years now.
Really?
Yeah, I go to LA film school.
Okay, break it down.
Like, shoot, I low-key always wanted to go to film school, but I just didn't think that I was, I had the grades for it. But I went and I was able to they was able to help me work on my GPA, bring it up and whatnot, and get me enrolled. And it's been like one of my loves ever since. Because anybody that really knows me knows that before I fell in love with music, movies was my first true love. I feel like movies raised me. So when I got the opportunity, I was like, yo, I'm not waiting no more. Like, what the I've been waiting for the same reasons for years. So when I got the opportunity and I went, I couldn't even believe it. Could you imagine looking at the Hollywood sign when you go to class every single day? It's a great motivator, but I love it. For the first time ever, it feels like the teachers is talking to me. Before they talk 5X and the Pythagorean. Man, what you ain't talking to me, man. But when I got to hearing they're talking about framing and contrast,
and cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography. I'm like, yo, this is these are the questions I've really been asking. You know what I mean? Like, why is it that I like this shot so much? Why do I like how this is?
Yeah. You know what, low key, way back in the days, when I went to junior college, I took film and stuff back then. And
do you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
There was films and stuff that they were showing me back then, like Taxi and different things like that. So I can get
with Queen Latifah?
No, Taxi with Robert De Niro, right? Like it's an old 70s movie and stuff like that. And there's another one, Kramer versus Kramer, which they were showing just different ways that film looks and different things like that. What about with you in the school? Have they been showing you different films that you guys should be watching? Give me some of those examples.
Like, shoot, we've been watching you see some Chaplin movies. So Charlie Chaplin, he's like he's iconic in like, you know, how we shoot cinematography today.
Yeah,
especially because that was from a time where there was no sound at all. So then you start to learn about stuff like score, and it's like that's like the sound that goes into the background. Then you start learning about like, you know, like stuff like walla. It sounds funny, but it's like the things that fills the atmosphere so that the room doesn't sound so empty in a scene. Like all of these things matter, and all of these things I've always wondered. But you know, I get in here and like they're showing us. You got like Scorehees, I think his name is. But my favorite is Tim Burton.
Okay.
So like I've always loved Edward Scissorhands. Anybody that knows me knows like I watched that movie like 300 times. So when I got there and I got to see like why I like Tim Burton's films so much, the way he does his production, his set design, like certain little things, and I realized like, wow, like now I know why I like it. Now I'm trying to like recreate it, repurpose it, and you know, try to bring some fire to like the Toronto Film Festival. That's really my dream. You feel what I'm saying?
Get a film up in the festival.
Hell yeah, but I want it to actually like, I want it to really represent well, you know, for somebody from here. I'm not saying like I haven't, not that I feel like the movies or whatever is in the festivals now don't. I just want it to have a touch of me in that film. You know? But yeah, man, I love that. We've been watching a lot of movies, but really it's analytical. So like what they say is you should watch every movie twice.
Okay.
So you watch it for the first time as a viewer. So don't break down none of the scenes. Don't do none of that. Just watch it like a kid. And the second time you can be more analytical and, you know, try to
break it down. Break the scenes down and stuff
like that.
So, and you know, just to touch on that before we go on to the rest of the questions I have here, how has that helped now when you go back into making visuals or like thinking about visuals for your own music?
So like I've always been pretty hands-on with my videos.
Yes, we know.
You feel me? Hell yeah. I gotta be, cause like I got a vision and I don't want no one to fuck it up. So like, yeah, like I've always been hands-on, but I didn't know like the language. So, you know, so sometimes I'm trying to communicate with the cameraman. He's saying words I don't know. I'm saying words that don't make sense.
Yeah.
So now when I want to shoot my videos, now I know how I want it framed. Now I know I want like the certain way I want the lighting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so like when I'm doing stuff like that, it makes me feel like I got more control over my vision. So it feels good.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's dope, man. That's dope. So this being the first time that I'm having an opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with you, I want to go back through your history and stuff, right? So you were born actually in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, for real, like where I was born in Alabama, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I went straight to Atlanta. So like since I was I don't have no family in Alabama that I know of. I don't even know what crib I was at.
Yeah.
I really don't know how my mama pulled that off, ain't gonna lie. But we had family in Atlanta, so we was there. So Atlanta really the first that I could remember. So I just say Atlanta. So when I first came here, niggas just like, where you come from? I said, I came from Atlanta.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you born in America? Yeah, I'm born in America. So, you know what I'm saying? Just go. But if you ask me, yeah, shit, I was born in Atlanta. But
well, Atlanta is where you
that's where that's where I got my feet wet. That's why I jumped out the porch for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And high school, you went to Morrow High School.
Morrow High School in Clayton County. That shit
Tell me
was
about the high school life.
That shit was a vibe. Like, my auntie was real strict. So, like, she ain't really, like, let niggas, like, go too crazy for real. You know? So, like, I wasn't really getting into a whole bunch of fights and no shit like that. But, like, you know, niggas had, like, little jugs and shit, like, little finesses and plays.
Yeah.
But, nah, my auntie was on my ass with that shit. So, really, a lot of the time, I stayed in the neighborhood, like, in Clayton County. So I was staying Legacy. So that's where I stay, Stagecoach.
Okay.
So I'll just be in Stagecoach, you know what I'm saying? Like every single day is kind of like, nigga, how we gonna get some bread and then get some weed? And then when we get some weed, we gonna smoke and plot on how we gonna get some bitches. And, ooh. And it's just like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, my partners, you know, TJ and Daquan, my niggas from the neighborhood, them niggas, they actually would produce and they would do shit like that and play around with like Ableton and whatnot. And I didn't know what the fuck any of that boot bop shit was. So I was like, man, y'all got that shit. But
so you weren't even interested in making music at the time?
No, I was like, that shit looked too hard, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That shit looked way too hard.
Yeah.
So I was going to school and shit. And like, I wasn't like a bad kid, but I wasn't like no honor roll shit or whatever. Like like my mom would have wanted me to. So my auntie kind of came down on me about that shit, but I did my best. I kind of like grinded it out in like the last couple months.
Yeah.
Cause my aunt did some funny shit. Like she knew I wasn't finna graduate, so she invited my mama to fly out to my graduation on some wicked shit. I said, oh my goodness. So man, I went to school and like did all this extra credit shit to raise my grade, and I ended up graduating. And I even remember like the day to hand in all of my work, the school bus I had missed that motherfucker. And I said, auntie, like I need you to take me to school. I got to turn in this assignment just for me to graduate.
Yeah.
She said, she Jamaican too. She said, you better walk. I said, no way she cranked that, fam. You know, I walked for 2.5 hours.
That's crazy.
No bullshit. Anybody that go to Morrow High School and stay in Stagecoach, know if you walk that motherfucker, you damn near a triathlon athlete. You might as well be Terry Fox, bro. On God.
You lost like another 20 pounds that day probably.
Right? But I got that shit done. I like the school life just because like it's a lot of culture in that shit. Like I remember like my one partner, his name was like Terry or something. That nigga got a 9 to 5 tattooed on his face. I said, oh, niggas is bucket different, boy. What? My auntie would cut my head off, nigga. So it was just like, I got to see like different personalities and shit, and niggas get to hitting and niggas get to, you know what I'm saying, on the bus route. You know what I'm saying? I done seen, you know what I'm saying, niggas throw hands and shit, and I done seen shit get ugly. I done seen niggas beat teachers' ass. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not playing. These niggas really, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy part is for me, I was way more afraid of my auntie and my mama than the people outside. So I just kept my head down. And like, I was just on my, you know what I'm saying? Like cool shit, trying to have fun shit, not really trying to, you know what I'm saying, get in too much trouble and no stupid shit like that. I'm really just trying to get some hoes and get some money, bro, and get some motion. That's it.
So Clinton County, right?
Clayton County.
Or Clayton County. And that's like one of the greater Atlanta area counties, right?
Yeah, Walker from there too. Andre 3000 mama, she stay up the street.
So is that like a hood area, or is it like more of like a suburban area?
Shit,
I don't like with shit that goes down type thing.
It's funny because like by the looks of it, so like all the houses, like the neighborhoods is spread out. So it's kind of like, it kind of like, I could consider it like a suburban, but like it's, so like the whole zip code over there, it's like low income housing.
Right.
So it's like, when I would go to school, other people's school lunches be $5. But because I got the zip code or the low income housing of being at Stagecoach, my lunch was $2 or $1, sometimes free. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really like, it looks great. Like it looked nice. You feel me? And don't get it twisted. My auntie, like, she know how to make sure we, she not gonna have us looking sorry. She's not gonna have us looking sad. So, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit look nice. Some people's houses look better than others. Sometimes you go in a motherfucking crib and there ain't no furniture in that motherfucker.
But it's huge.
You feel me? But it's big. It's carpeted. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it was over there. But there's definitely worse places like to be. But like, yo, my nigga, being out in Georgia, bro, being in any place where people ain't having money like that, it's a dangerous place to be, bro.
So around, 2000, I guess around the time when you were around 16, 17 is when you came down to Toronto, right? What prompted the move?
I actually graduated early.
Okay.
Not because I was on some smart shit, I wish, but because my birthday is so early.
I know what that's like.
So my birthday December 19th. So I was 17 when I graduated, and I just remember like my niggas was over, like the niggas that was there. Some of them niggas ain't graduate. So I was kind of like, man, what the fuck am I gonna do while I'm here? You feel me? And then like I remember niggas was kind of like was kind of like a pipe dream to go anywhere else. So I was like, oh, hell nah. Once I start feeling trapped, boy, I get the fuck up when I get to moving. So I flew my black ass over to Toronto, immediately greeted with the most beautiful woman in the world.
But hold on a second though. Did you have like people out here? Did you have family out here already that you could like, at least move in with it?
So like I didn't completely live my entire life growing up in Atlanta. So there was some times where like, you know what I'm saying, I done lived in Jamaica for a little bit as a little, you know what I'm saying, as a picnic. And then my mom had taken us to the Cayman Islands. That was when my brother's dad. That's some whole other shit. But then we kind of settled here. Then like my brother got into some trouble and he couldn't leave. So it was kind of like they were rooted here. I'm not rooted here. So I can, you know what I'm saying, I can stick and move. So I just continued school in Georgia.
In Georgia, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I say Georgia because some people in Atlanta don't consider Clayton County as a part of Atlanta.
Doesn't that Shorty got a song about that?
Yeah, bro. I was low-key tight, man. I was like, damn, Shorty, what the fuck? Yeah. And I see somebody posted, they was like, what she say? She had posted, she was like, I need some weed in Atlanta. Anybody in Gwinnett or ooh. And they're like, I'm in Clayco, I got some weed, but you said that's not Atlanta. So I guess I can't serve you type shit. That shit was funny. But yeah, man, Atlanta, like, I'm really, really happy that I got to be there for like for that culture, just because like there was an era that like even people go there now, they're like, it's so lit. I'm like, boy, if you would have seen it when them t-shirts was XXL, my goodness, it was some different shit. You know where Travis Scott shot that Antidote video?
Yes.
Nigga, that parking lot, me and my nigga Slutty, shout out Slutty, nigga, me and that nigga, we went to high school together, right? That's where we got our grills done. And I remember like, bro, you got your grills done? Niggas was outside posted, like, nigga, you gotta get the fuck on as soon as you get up out there, park close to the entrance after dark. And I remember we got our grills and we got the fuck up out of there. And then I seen Travis's video, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't even realize that so many people would like dip and dab into that culture and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, you know, I was young, so I didn't really know. Like I was like witnessing history type shit, you know? So like the dances, man, school was lit. School was lit, man. Ain't gonna lie. Just because like it was like more fun. Like that's why I wasn't finna graduate, because it was just so much shit to do and like, man, what the
the social life was more exciting than the actual classes.
Yeah, man. And it's like, it's crazy because it's like, bro, it's every move is the move. We used to go to there's this place called, it was like, you know, rollerblading or
I
4-wheel skating.
Yeah.
There's this place called Cascade over there. Boy, what?
It's like the ATL movie.
Man, what the bro, I'm telling you, this place, bro, if you go there on there's certain nights, bro, the amount of bad bitches that you see, it don't even matter if you know how to, you gonna learn how to skate when you see them. When you see them buns gliding on 4 wheels, boy, you gonna learn how to skate just to catch up to her.
Yeah.
So man, so like when I came here, like, you know what I'm saying, I also went to school here. You feel me? So when I went to, just the comparison, it's like, I'm not saying like there's culture here, there's some shit that I could do here that I couldn't do down there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like young niggas live like rich niggas down here sometimes.
Yeah.
But they do that shit over there. I just wasn't on that. So like the Cascade shit and like the, you know, the little functions, that shit, I fuck with that. So like coming out here, I was just kind of like looking for like what the move was. And, you know, niggas would go to the mall and some niggas had whips and shit. I ain't gonna lie, when I was in high school, my nigga Slutty had a whip. That was the only nigga I knew with a car. Yeah, as a young nigga, it blew my mind. But man, I loved both to be honest. But I'll say like, it was just a little bit more soft. Like when I grew up here, like shit wasn't sweet. Like niggas would, I remember going to Woodbine Beach first time out here. Yeah, that's when I found out that there was niggas.
And here, we're where did you like lay your head? Where was your family staying out
my
here?
family stay on Southside Jane, so I was always there, Jane and Chicheway. So I'm always been there. You feel me? Like Brown Bricks, like that's where like hella my niggas, like shout out Vontae and these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I shot my Southside freestyle there. That's where I was. Those niggas that you see in that video, like those are the niggas that like, nigga, I actually like was with. Like nigga, when we was in the staircase, nigga, when we was, you know what I'm saying, going to parties and on in the ends, it'll be over there. But my mom tried to like make it so that I wouldn't get in trouble. So she tried to test it out. Like, you know what? Let me put him in a Catholic school, St. Mary's, somewhere like far away. She ain't know that they was going crazy at the Catholic schools, man. What? Man, the girls was extra whoring. Niggas, it was like the Catholic schools was the least holy place in the motherfucker. So I was like, man, what? You sent me here? This school is downtown. Shorty, like I'm going downtown on lunch. Like I'm seeing shit. Like, man, I'm seeing more shit that made me not want to be in class because I'm like, yo, there's so much shit to do. Yeah. But that shit was fire. And all the bad bitches, I remember like I was seeing them bitches at Duffer Mall, like TNA pants, moccasins. And I ain't see that shit before. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Man,
the good old days.
The good old days. Yeah, my mom, when she seen what was going on, she said, hell yeah. She sent my dumb ass right back to Atlanta. Said, nah. You gonna finish up and graduate again over there. You gonna, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, once I graduated from over there, I just flew over here because I'm like, I know there's motion. Like, I know y'all got bad bitches. I could figure something out. Yeah. I don't, anywhere else, it would have I was too scared to go to because I ain't never been there anywhere else before. So I'm like, you know what? I could go to Jamaica, but if I go to Jamaica, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, you feel me? So I'm like, F that. So boom, I'm in Toronto, and I remember like I was with my nigga Jay one time. We was walking downtown, and I remember I was wearing like phone posits, and you know I was rocking H&M shit. And I met that nigga Pope. I seen him in Brooklyn Projects, and he had put up these Jordan 1s in the window, and I was like, damn, I want those. So I crossed over. I went to go grab them shit, started chopping it up. I'm like, this nigga, like, you know, he low-key, like, he know how to talk to people. You feel me? Like, he, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, wow, like, as a person that's an introvert, I never seen nobody that could do that. Yeah. So the way he was talking to me, it was like, he made it easy for me to talk to him. So I was like, what the f? And this nigga look like A$AP Rocky, man. It's like Earl sweatshirt and shit. I was like, this nigga look like somebody. You feel me? So I'm like, you know, he's talking to me and then he's like talking about like, oh, like, yo, I fought your vibe type shit. Yo, we need to go to this party. Can't remember what the place was called. It was this party. It was on Queen Street. It was right beside the McDonald's. And that's why the McDonald's is so...
It's like is that Cube nightclub?
No, not Cube. It's like literally on the exact same block as McDonald's.
Oh, I know, but I'm not gonna mention it.
Yeah, you know those. Yeah, you know the history.
It was after hours and stuff too.
Yeah. So nigga,
I know the place.
Pope brought me to that spot, fam. That's where I met like Fiji and T.O. You feel me? And like I ain't never niggas was dabbing. Like I ain't never seen niggas that was wearing like shoes that cost $200. I ain't seen that before. You feel me? Like, for me, that shit was big. And like the jeans, I like how much them jeans are, $2,000. $2,000 for some Balmain jeans. What the fuck is that, nigga? I'm like, bro, I got some rips in my H&M and I'm still gonna get hoes, like type shit. But then I was able to think deeper. Anyways, what that did was that night, just that vibe, that feeling of connection type shit that, you know, it was like, I felt like I found my people. You know what I mean? So, you know, we ended up going out to parties more often because we were like, yo, you know what? We kind of good together type shit. Yeah. You know? And like we was popping out and shit. We was fighting niggas and shit, beating up niggas in intersections and shit. He was moving kind of reckless, but we was still kind of militant. Like nigga, Fiji and Tia try to keep us militant. You know like you guys can't be young hotheads or anything type shit. So, you know, we'll move a certain way. But yeah, we started going to parties and then people started posting about us on blogs like Complex Canada and shit and saying like, referring to us as like the Come Down Kids.
Okay.
I'm like, what the where are they getting that shit from? And I guess it was cause like Fiji had like Fiji for the Come Down in his name.
Yeah.
And it was cause like he was drinking Fiji water one time, like trying to come down, you know what I'm saying, from the night before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
a lot
like
of Molly nights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know how it goes, so tight shit. So boom, nigga, Fiji was already Fiji for the Come Down. I said, they said to call us Come Down Kids. So boom, we ran with it, but I said, we was like, nigga, don't call us no fucking kids. Though. It's just out of here. So yeah, we started doing our thing, throwing parties. And
hold on, not to interrupt you. You guys weren't making music at this point. You guys are just hanging out.
No, and we wasn't even thinking about music.
Yeah.
What? That shit, nah, man. We wasn't even trying to do none of that shit.
Yeah.
We was just trying to throw parties, make money and you know? So meet people, make connections and shit like that.
Yeah.
But with the right people, not with no busters. We just hella busters out. You know what I'm saying? So boom, like we was doing that. And then I remember I think somebody had sent because Pope looked like a rapper, they said, like because of his braids and shit. So they sent him some beats. They were like, yo, here's some beats or whatever. And this nigga was like, yo, I don't rap. He's like, yo, Castro, you need to be the rapper. Like you need to be the rapper. I guess because of my accent. I don't know, bro. He just felt like I should be the rapper. And I was like, hell nah, bro. So boom, this nigga go. He writes a verse for me. And then he's like, bro, like, here's the beat. And I wrote you a verse. And I was like, hold on. You wrote me a verse. So now I was like, I kind of felt tried. I'm like, nigga, I just came from Atlanta, nigga, the motherfucking hip hop mecca. You tripping, bro? You wrote me a verse. So I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't know of my ability yet, but I knew I could do better than what homie wrote for me type shit. No diss to Pope, because you know what I'm saying? Shit was on some like flyboy shit, but like I'm like, I could say a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I could do a little bit better.
Yeah.
So boom, I guess that's what really challenged me to write some shit. So nigga, I remember we was at this place called the Art Flat, real grungy. It was like an office. And man, my nigga, I was up there, me, Fiji, and Pope. And I remember for all of us to sleep, there wasn't enough space for all of us to sleep. So I ripped this one couch in half. And my nigga Raptor slept on one half. I slept on the other half.
That's crazy.
And then my nigga Pope set his bed up on some milk crates. I said, oh, you a crafty motherfucker. You feel me? So it was some real like lifestyle shit.
In the trenches,
you
man.
Feel me? But we was fucking some bad hoes on that shit. On the half couch, on the milk crates, in Raf Simmons, you feel me? Like niggas was wearing like Y3 and like all this shit. Rick Owens, we been on that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the lifestyle. So that was kind of like how the fashion influenced our music. So as I'm in there, I'm facing the wall trying to concentrate hard as shit because I got ADD. I can't really focus. So I'm like staring at this wall and I'm like writing these bars. Boom. So the next day comes, come time to record. And I remember me, Fiji, and Pope, we stop at the Domino's, grab a Domino's because it's $5 and shit. When we woke up that morning, niggas had to wipe the crust out their eye. Niggas tried to have excuses so we didn't have to go record. We tried to do anything except to record. That nigga Pope was like, nah, bro, let's go, bro.
Record the shit.
Man. So boom. We go, we record. And I remember that nigga Derek Wise had a studio and that was like in Kenzo. And like
and people for the people who don't know Derek Wise, that's from 88 Glam.
Yeah. So
formerly of 88 Glam.
Yeah. And I remember like the crib, it was like Get Home Safe or some shit. Man, they had this full studio. My nigga, I couldn't believe it that niggas was living like this.
Yeah.
Cause I went to my nigga's studio in Atlanta and nigga, even my cousin Casey, he was recording at the crib. I would watch him record too. That's a lot of how I got like a lot of music in me too, because that nigga would record and he'd press play, run into the closet, record on the mic, run back, press. So until eventually he taught me how to stop and go and stop. And you know, I'd help him. But I was like, this shit look too fucking hard, bro. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So boom, fast forward now. We in here. I'm seeing this nigga Derek, his studio is like a real studio, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the f? So boom, the nigga bless us. He let us use his shit. So boom, I go on the mic. Fiji record first, and then I go in second. I remember when I went in, I got the microphones over my head. So like, I can't really tell like if niggas is fucking with it or if I'm on time. I'm like, maybe I think I sound good in my headphones, but it really sound trash out there.
Yeah.
So boom, I take off my headphones. I hear niggas going, hey, yeah, that's what the fuck. My nigga, that shit right there, that I never had that feeling before. Like, I've never won an award at school. I ain't never been like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never felt like the favorite child or the you know what I'm saying? So that was the first time that I felt good about myself, and it was because of those niggas. And I remember like that nigga Derek was in the back. That nigga, he slid his headphone back. He listened to that shit. He just did like a head nod like this and put his headphone back on. I said, okay, I got to know the nod of approval.
You got one.
You feel me? So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not so shit at this. Cause before this, I'm like, I like film, but like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do movies for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I didn't really even think about a director yet, because I wasn't on that yet. Music videos really showed me like, oh, the director is who has control over the vision. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was for me. But that song that we ended up recording at Derek's studio in Kenzo, that song ended up being We Are Not Homies.
Blast or reach for the weapon, like I got you a present, send your ass to heaven. Watch me open your mind, like a therapy.
Yeah.
So, boom, we throwing parties still. We're not thinking shit of the song. You know what I'm saying? We just did this shit because, you know, it was like, let's get it out the way. We said we was going to do it. We did it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. And then now...
And y'all put it up on SoundCloud?
Hell no, we didn't put it up on nothing. We had that shit sitting in a note on our phone somewhere.
What the hell?
You feel me, bro? We made that shit just like that.
Yeah.
We still throwing parties, boom. So we throwing this party called Museum of Contemporary Thoughts.
Okay.
Man, let me tell you, this shit. T.O. is a fucking Pharrell genius, all right? My nigga T.O. Neal, man, that nigga taught me how to tap into my own creativity, you know? Like, and the reason why I say that is because, yeah, and for sure, I'm definitely sipping Bodacious. You feel me?
Salute to Bodacious.
Yeah, I'm sipping on the red wine, the blood of Christ. I don't really let other stuff be too heavy for me, man. I like kind of like a little cool little sauce to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My play shit. But anyway, T.O., he really taught me how to like tap into my creativity and shit. And like, you know, I remember he showed me the visual for this party for Museum of Contemporary Thought. It was the promotion, and it was like moving and shit. Nigga, I have never seen nothing like this. This is the shit that people are still recreating to this day, bro. Yeah. Nigga is ahead of his time. Still, I can't even say was. We all are ahead of our time, no cap. I gotta put respect where it's due. But man, Tio really showed me when I seen that shit. And then I remember, so we had a little meeting, and we used to have meetings in McDonald's on Queen and Spadina. We used to have meetings
McDonald's on
in
Queen and
McDonald's
Spadina.
and Queen and Spadina. We would go upstairs, and we would sit there and treat that shit like it was our office, refilling a water cup. You feel what I'm saying, bro? My nigga. So we Tio showed me this flyer. He tells me it's called Museum of Contemporary Thoughts. So this place was that we were throwing the party at. When we had the meeting, they told me it was gonna be at a museum. I'm like, what the fuck y'all mean at a museum? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't even fathom it. So then we see the spot, and it's called like the Museum of Contemporary Arts. And then I see what they did there. They put Museum of Contemporary Thoughts, and they spelled thoughts, THOTS. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? So boom, I remember, so we flew out Ken Rebel from New York, my nigga Nate Cardi, K Sachi, and like we was, you know what I'm saying? Like just to have a party, nigga. Yeah. And we was doing that shit because like, what the fuck? The city needed that. Like that shit was fire because like it showed people in the US how we was getting real lit over here and how it could not be duplicated. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we were also allowing for an Americans, like the American culture to be brought in,
yeah.
to you know what I'm saying? So let me just say, Museum of Contemporary Thoughts exploded. I couldn't even have imagined it would have went this well. Like a museum to look like this, it was crazy to me. So I remember we there at the museum and shit, crazy ass lineup, bitches trying to be nice to you all of a sudden, trying to get inside and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People trying to dap you up and talk to you and shit before, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't know what to expect when I went inside, bro. When I went inside, wall to wall, it was packed. And like the aesthetic of how we did this shit, like we had like a skate ramp inside.
Wow.
Yeah, so like we had a skate ramp, merch booth, and then you also had liquor with beer pong, and then the DJ set up.
That's crazy.
So you feel me? Niggas is, so like we combined a bunch of age groups, which I think is important. You know, it combined a bunch of age groups where it's just like, yo, we're all enjoying different aspects of this event right now, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes we like shit to be for everybody type shit, you know? So that shit was just a whole vibe. Boom. My nigga T. O'Neal cut on the song We Are Not. The crowd goes fucking berserk. These niggas love this song. And I'm like, because I remember I heard it, I was like, is this the song that we recorded? What the This is a nigga, We Are Not, fam. So boom, he ran that shit back. So of course, us being who we is, me, Fiji, T.O. Pope, K-Sachi, Nick Carter, we all jumping on tables. And, you know, we jumping on the tables and shit. And we performing the song. That nigga T.O. ran it back. We turning up. Everybody is turning up. Now this shit done turned into a performance.
Wow.
We ain't even expect for it to even, you know what I'm saying? We just enjoying each other's company. It was electric.
Off of a song that for the first time
for the
being
first
premiered.
time ever. This was our first time even hearing it on big ass speakers.
Crazy.
You feel me? So it was like a natural reaction. So, you know, we turning up. There's a videographer doing a recap of our party because we do the party recaps. He see us turning up. He see how lit it is. So he just focused on us. Fast forward, his footage ends up being the footage we use for the video, We Are Not Homies. That's the only way that video was shot.
Crazy.
You feel me? So that's at the actual party. And you feel me? I ain't got no hang time. I was in the ugly stage with the hair when I'm trying to grow it. But
with the skateboard and everything going on at the same time. Yeah.
All that shit. And it's even in the recap that this nigga made. I can't remember what his name was. We used to call him Shooter. Because he would shoot shit like on the fly with his camera. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit really started the movement. You know what I'm saying? It was like a domino effect from there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So now you guys are out there. The music is starting to get played. Actually, that song, We Are Not Homies, or We Are Not, starts getting played. And people are coming to the parties
to hear
hear that one song.
Just that one song they come in. I'm seeing people leave after we perform that song. I'm like, what the? Hold on, wait a minute now. What is going on? This low-key look like it's becoming like a thing. Like niggas is, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because even then, we were not we did not believe. Okay, I can't say we didn't believe because we believed enough to make sure that we got the song done and whatnot. And I remember like the session, I think it was like $100. And it was like, none of us had $100. And I remember I had a credit card and it was my first credit card. And I remember I had to go into like the overdraft by $100 to make this song, We Are Not, which crazy because it ended up paying us, you know, for years and years to come.
Yeah.
But I just remember that feeling, like, keep in mind, like, for me to put the $100 down, no one else had to have nothing. You feel me? And for me to go into overdraft, that means that I also had nothing.
Yeah.
So I was just the only one that was able to go into overdraft. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we had nothing and still we was trying. And I think that's important, bro. I think the only reason why we succeeded is because we tried when we had nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, that's big. A lot of niggas have opportunities and motherfuckers quit their job at the law firm and say, I wanna be a SoundCloud rapper. Like, what the I wanna perform too and go on. nigga, if I could do what you doing, I wouldn't be doing this. God damn.
Yeah.
Like, what the
No, you were down to nothing.
You feel me? So, boom, we was at 0-0, and then niggas made it happen. So we believed in ourselves that much enough. But yeah, people would come to see that song performed. And then after, we was just like, okay, we gonna have to drop this shit. Like, we actually gotta drop this shit.
Upload it.
You feel me? Like, and then niggas was like, anybody know how to upload a song? Looking at this nigga T.O., looking at Fiji, I'm Pope. And keep in mind, you know the cover, nigga. The cover was niggas made the cover on their phone.
Wow.
With an app. I remember me and Fiji arguing over the color of the text. And nigga T.O. saying, nah, it's too small. I gotta be a little bit more central. I'm like, bro, but we got it done. And my nigga, I trusted T.O.'s vision, especially because I know he know his thing. But that same day, when we made that cover, we made a SoundCloud. We ain't know how to do it. We ain't looking on YouTube how to make a SoundCloud or whatever it goes. We just kind of followed the step. It had to be common sense.
Yeah.
But I also had like other people, like I had these other niggas there with me that could help me. Tio also really knows a lot about computers and shit and tech, so he was instrumental in that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we make the SoundCloud now. We drop the song. We ain't announced that we finna drop the song because what the fuck announced to who, nigga? I don't have no.
The gram wasn't popping like that.
Nah, bro. What the
gram
fuck?
was young in them times.
It was super.
You could just post pics and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
You can post a picture and niggas wouldn't even see that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Be like, yo. So we dropped the song. After we dropped the song, I'm here looking at the fucking numbers. I said, 2,500 plays in like 3 minutes. That don't make no fucking sense. So now I'm looking, then the song, it immediately jumps up to 5K. And see, like 5K is like that was like, for me, I was like, okay, this can still be our plays. Like, nigga, that 5K, I'm like, that's crazy. That was fast. Like, SoundCloud must be doing something. Like,
must be a problem.
You feel me? So, boom. Then it went up to 10K. And now when it was at 10K plays, I definitely thought SoundCloud was tripping, bro. So I was like, getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? Like, reach out to SoundCloud, like, hey, bro, this shit, you're fucking up our, what's going on right now? Bro, I'm looking at the comments. People are sending love, hella feedback. And I'm like, what? And nigga Tio was talking about, yo, the analytics actually are adding up. We're looking at what country we're getting the plays in and what the... So, boom. I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, no way. And I remember like, it was like it was like, I think it was like in a week. It was like 500,000 plays.
Wow.
Fam, I'm telling you right now, I didn't even know what we just did. I didn't know if it was a thing. Because it happened like that for us and it was our first time, I thought that's how it went for everybody. Niggas was telling me like how hard they tried and how niggas do this shit. Nigga, I don't know, bro.
Especially out of Toronto, fam.
Fam, especially out of Toronto.
Yeah.
And like, what's crazy is I remember there was like, you know, niggas kind of clicky. So I remember a couple clicky niggas at first that weren't fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? Now them niggas is fucking with us. Niggas probably don't fuck with us because these fucking ain't bitches and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's some shit like that. We was having motion and shit. You know what I'm saying? Making it look good. But, you know, just from the outside looking in, I just remember that shit. And then all of a sudden, when I knew the tables were turning, was when them same motherfuckers was trying to be nice and buddy and you want to come over and you know what, just have the whole after party at my place. I'm like, oh yeah, now it's the after party at your place. But before, nigga, we couldn't even go inside your crib.
No, come down over here.
And they be doing, bro. I didn't even realize that niggas was getting something out of it. Like, all right, come down at my house. Like, man, what? Shit was bag, man. I ain't know, but it felt good. I'm not gonna lie, Toronto was the first city to show me love, which is why, like, man, I'll die for this city, bro. And it's fucked up because, like, man, to say that shit is crazy, bro. And a lot of people be like, why the fuck would you die for? No. Nah, it's because of what it means to me. You feel me? Every step on the sidewalk, I be driving down the street and I remember stepping on that sidewalk. I remember when I was walking them rounds. I remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that shit feels like it's a part of me. So like, really and truly, my nigga, like, the love I got from Toronto gave me the confidence to be like, I'm that nigga, bro. I could be myself and be that and still be that nigga. I don't have to be like anybody else.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that was the start of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you know, the plays is going dumb. Now, you know, we get booked for like, I think it was North by Northeast or some shit like that. Yeah. So we performed there. I remember like we was after like Sean Leon. I'm not gonna lie, nigga. That nigga, he's doing good for himself. Big up himself. That nigga, big up to Sean Leon, yo. I like niggas that represent the city well, you know?
Yeah, I think he fuck with Kanye now.
Yeah, for sure. You know, real recognize real. But so fam, I remember this nigga, he had performed. This nigga brought a whole couch on stage, spray painted the sheep on it and everything, had some balloons. I said, God damn. The fuck we finna do, nigga? You feel me? I'm like, bro, like, am I the only one that's thinking like, you know, maybe we should have put a little bit more into like how we gonna perform this shit. You feel me? Niggas doesn't know about rehearsals. Like, I think I was still working at True Religion at Yorkdale. I was still working at True Religion. So I think I just came in, I had my bitch on my arm, I was late. I was probably like rolling off of Molly or some shit. You feel me? High, smoking, young nigga. And it was in there, nigga performed. That shit was fire, bro. That nigga did good, but that's what's to be expected.
Yeah.
And then I went up there and I just remember like Fiji was not phased. It was like he knew this shit was gonna be the shit. I was like going and following his lead, you know?
Yeah.
So boom, I get up there, we perform. I remember we had brought up some bitches with us. So we had some bitches there at the front, the bitches in the front. So they're going crazy. So they low-key amping up the other bitches because bitches like to see other bitches have fun. So like the bitches is having fun. But now niggas is kind of taking in, like, we kind of flowing, like, we kind of doing this shit. But because, like, I had, like, my shorty at the time, Basil, I had her in the front. She was there. She was hyping me up, too. You feel me? And I think that's important, too. You need to bring your own peoples. Like, we had our niggas there, too. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that couldn't be on stage, they was right in the front. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
like, showing support.
Yeah. You feel me? Like, Pope, like, anyone else that was around us at the time, they're just showing support. So it was kind of like we was just turning up with our friends. It felt like I couldn't even see through my sunglasses.
Yeah,
fam, bro. The reciprocation, the way the feedback that we got, we performed. It felt like a mic drop moment type shit. And I was just happy that we weren't like the ones that like brought everybody's energy down or like we led to it being like, it went from here to down here. I'm glad that we kept that shit going.
About another level.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that shit, that's when I realized that, me and the homies, like we mesh, it worked. I ain't never felt like that before. You feel me? Like sometimes I feel like I used to feel like the I went out even like in my own family. Like sometimes it's, family be like that though.
Yeah.
But now I felt like shit made sense right in this moment. So I chased that, And yeah, man, that shit was fire. That shit after that North by Northeast, we was getting all kinds of bookings to go to all kinds of places. And shout out to all those places that were showing us love and shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy is like I still felt so like undeserving of the spot. Cause I'm kind of like, nigga, I wouldn't have been able to do this by myself. Like I needed these niggas type shit. So I'm kind of like still kind of like shy, mesquine about it type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, like, so there's like a guilt, like, do I deserve to be treated like this?
It's called imposter syndrome.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
You learn something. I'm about to know that.
You're like, am I really supposed to be the one doing it? Do I know what I'm doing?
Yes. And I'm like, bro, like, do I? Exactly. I got to look that shit the fuck.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
What the fuck? Hey, I appreciate the gem.
Yeah.
Because real talk, that's how I felt. Because I was like, nah, these niggas is the real deal. I don't know about me. But these niggas is fire. I couldn't see what I contributed. I could only see what they contributed because I'm inside of me type shit. You know, it's just me.
Yeah.
So like, man, that was the shit. I was like, yo, we mesh well. I just didn't want that moment to end. So we kicked it more often. We did more bookings and it kind of just like, it solidified, you know?
Yeah.
The pieces that weren't meant to be there, we got rid of, we trimmed the fat. We boiled it down to like, you know, the starting 5 or 4, you know what I'm saying?
The collective.
Yeah, it was a real collective.
Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Cheer!
So it's monetizing.
The Come Down Collective is off and running now. You guys start recording more songs, obviously.
I remember niggas was like, "Oh, those guys are a one-hit wonder." Nigga, what? We hit the studio one more time on the head top. Then it was like, man, these niggas is just 2-hit wonder. Boom, one more time, and hit them one more time, upon them head top. I don't remember if it was like wrist or what's the name, but boy, you guys know we went stupid with both of them shits. So it was 3 for 3, and niggas was like, God damn. You feel me?
When does the labels and Complex and all of them start coming over now and start hollering at y'all?
What's crazy is like we would see like representatives from Complex and Vice and shit at like parties that we would throw.
Yeah.
So like the intention was to make connections, and we did. But if they was gonna do something on us, it would have been for the lifestyle or for like how we living and what we doing. Yeah. Which is why like that first one was really lifestyle based. It was music based, but it was like.
You're talking about 6 Rising?
No.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one where they had us grungy. You feel me? When we was broke. You feel me?
Yeah, because you guys were on Vice twice.
Yeah, the first one they had us like, we was grungy. I think we was like, my nigga Check, he looked out. That nigga had a condo, like, is it Lakeshore? That, you know, New Toronto. That's what that shit's called.
Okay. Yeah, that's Queens Quay.
Nigga, we took that shit over, nigga. Nigga was living a fucking nice, normal, calm life. And I remember like niggas met us. He was like related to like somebody that was related to Fiji. He just knew us and he showed love and he's a real nigga. So like we him. We went to his crib. I'm like, this nigga got a condo. Oh, this nigga got his life together. Nigga immediately brought hella hoes over there. It was lit. And then boom, like niggas was doing that. We was in there. Yeah. You know? So nigga, when we was doing the documentary, a lot of the filming, they filmed us in like waking up in a condo. That's Check's condo we was in. You feel me? We just took over that bit a little bit. But you know, shout out to homie, cause man, they would have been filming us at the art flat, nigga. And that shit, there wasn't enough space for them cameras. Them cameras too big to fit through the hallway.
I don't know. They might have been like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. They would have been like, this shit is sketchy, bro. Nah. So they had us at Check's crib. And a lot of times we was sleeping at Check's crib. Sometimes we would let like half the homies crash at the art flat. And the rest of us would go bring the bad bitches to the condo, because we ain't finna bring them to that grungy shit. We finna bring them to the condo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you hungry? We finna get you a beef patty from the robber. Fuck you talking about? But man, that shit was instrumental, because I remember recording songs in there and making all kinds of shit. But when Vice was doing that documentary, I just remember like I would wake up. And nigga, I woke up one time and bumped my head on the camera. I said, man, what the This white guy just has this big ass camera in there. He's like, you're good. We're rolling. And I'm like, damn, nigga, y'all niggas trying to have us, not saying looking ghetto. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I guess it was like for the sake of filming, but it wasn't that far off. So like, that's why, you know, I always say like the first documentary that they shot was really us broke. And the second one was about us like coming up. Like it was about us like really like now we getting money. We ain't got to worry about rent no more. Cause that one, the first one was really based on you guys got to these kids got to throw parties to be able to pay their rent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, we doing other things too. But yeah, we throwing parties to pay our rent for sure. But that shit is like, it was kind of like grungy. Like, nah, we clean like niggas. You feel me? Like,
y'all had all this fashion.
Yeah, like we stayed clean despite, you know what I'm saying, that we was like some scumbags in designer. That was our shit. Like that was our like aesthetic, nigga. Like scumbag and designer shit, like nigga, it don't matter if you was wearing the same Acne Studio shirt for 2 days in a row. If you woke up with them racks in your pocket, sometimes we would sleep on designer, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. There was hella times where nigga, we ain't had no furniture yet. We make a bed out of Supreme and out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, out of Helmet Lang and all that shit and just lay on that shit and sleep. So
I'm writing that down for the title of this episode, Scumbags and Designer.
I'm telling you, bro, that was that shit. We ran around on that shit.
So what about now as you guys proceed and you're starting to gain a lot of notoriety and you start popping up on No Jumper? Because there's a couple things. There's the interviews, but then there's also like your music videos are up on No Jumper.
Better walk with caution, get stretched out like a scrunchie. Bitches used to talk shit, but now she wanna cough me. Bitch.
How did that start? How did that relationship start?
What's crazy is I didn't even know about the music videos on No Jumper. I don't think none of us did. We like, what was great about us is that we didn't really like too much, like pay too much attention to the internet.
Yeah.
We was like more outside with it. You feel what I'm saying? So like, why we got to be on our phones when like everybody that matter on our phones is right here? Yeah. Only time we get on our phones is if we all gonna cohesively like each other's picture to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Like we show love to each other. So that was like my thing. But I mean, I don't know.
Like, did you guys meet Adam and like Adam was like, yo, I really like you guys stuff. I'm gonna upload your shit.
Nah, we ain't ever met. So we met Adam when we went to LA. I think that was probably when we went to go, probably the first time, because we went to LA twice. So we went one time, like, for a press run.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was the second time when we shot that video with Sosa. So that's when we met Adam. Yeah, he was a cool dude. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just remember like that was my first time ever meeting bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not like bro spoke to me and he raved about how he been fucking with our music for so long. I wouldn't even have known that he was posting our music before. But what was crazy is when I would Google our shit, No Jumper would pop up. So I just thought maybe it was a matter of time before, you know what I'm saying?
So you mentioned the Sosa track, Roxanne, and I played that in the beginning of the...
No sad, call me drumline cause I'm all about bands. Go to show money, spend it all on act. Make it all back, spend it all on...
Of this pod here.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me how that came to par. Where you get friggin' Chief Keef, the father of drill music, on a song, fam. And you were a fan of Chief Keef growing up listening to music too.
100%.
So you get full circle, get to be on a song with somebody who you used to listen to even before you were rapping.
Shit's unreal, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I was very blessed.
Mm-hmm.
And how it got even how that play got set up, I had made the song Roxanne. And I remember I had an A&R at the time. I think his name was Will. Yeah, Will. And that he was close with Chief Keef's manager. So I remember I played him the song as I'm going through like Atlanta the 2, like for what we're gonna give for distribution.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like listened to that Roxanne joint. And he was like, I feel like I could play this for somebody. He's like, like don't, just don't worry about it. Just wait. I'm just gonna play it for somebody.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me who it was. So, cause I would have, I could have not stopped thinking about it if he had told me who it was.
Yeah.
But so he went and he played it for Sosa's manager. And then Sosa's manager was like, and he played him a couple, but that one in particular, he was right.
Yeah.
Sosa's manager was like, I think Sosa might f this one. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I'm gonna play it for Sosa and I'm gonna let you know. So boom, he give it to Sosa now. Will come back to me. His name is William. So Will come back to me. And he's like, so like I gave it to Sosa's manager. I said, which Sosa? He said, like Chief Keef. I said, the Chief co-star you talking about? He's like, yeah. I'm like, nigga, no fucking way. And I'm like, wait, what he say? You know, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. I done looked at Sosa my whole life.
Deal.
Hell yeah, I done looked at Sosa my whole life. So I'm like, bro, nigga, my first tattoo, I bucked on my mama. But I watched the Don't Like video. Niggas had shirts off. Nigga had this one chest tattoo. I said, what? Nigga, I'm getting that today. What the nigga, that nigga changed my life. I got my mom's name across my chest. That was my first tattoo.
Yeah.
She still thumped me down and rip off my shirt and all kinds of cuss bad word. But yo, you know?
Yeah.
So boom, like this is full circle for me. So yeah, I'm waiting now to hear back now. And I'm not gonna lie, it could have been a couple weeks or it could have been like a couple months. I can't really remember. And I just remember like, I forgot about it. I'm like, he probably heard that shit and was like, that's cool. And then like, you know, kept it pushing. Then the files came in. My nigga, when them files came in, fam, the nigga Will just sent me the files one time. And what was crazy is they weren't even organized yet. So it was up to me and I think it was Danny Phantom. That was who my producer at the time. Shout out Danny Phantom, because that nigga was there for the come up for sure. But nigga, Danny Phantom, that nigga, we're organizing like the vocals. And I just remember when I was going through the folder, the first file that I clicked on that was a vocal, it said, bang, bang. And I got goosebumps all over my body. I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, before I could even hear the verse, I think I just listened to like just that ad-libs for like a cool 30 minutes, bro. And it was like big for me, you know? But, you know, strange shit like that be happening though. Cause you remember like my first show that I had with Father, remember I had Cardi, he performed at my first show. You feel me? And I'll never even forget, like this was one of those moments. Like there's like certain moments that are pivotal for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like this is one of those moments. And I remember that day when Cardi was like, I was like, hey bro, like you can chill like in the green room and shit. Like you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like go up there. And I remember this was like when we had Ian out here and shit like that. And I didn't ask him to perform or do anything like that. I knew he was above my pay grade. So I was like, but just out of love, nigga went up, grabbed the mic and opened. I said, sick. What? Crank that broke boy? I said, no motherfucking way, nigga. The crowd was ready when I pulled up. And that's that same day where after the show, like, cause the day before I had opened for him at the, you know what I'm saying, with the Ram Riddles show.
Yeah.
So nigga, so now, because like, you know what I'm saying, I done been around, bro, for a little bit, boom. That's how we end up getting to the hotel room. And then like he ends up talking to me in that video and he was like, you know, I thought they was on the same shit I was on, but I surpassed them. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know nobody was recording in that bitch. Like when you know which video I'm talking about?
I'm thinking, is it in the documentary? Or is it just a separate video on YouTube?
Nah, shit. It's like a video. I mean, I don't want to go too much. It's like it's a video where like Cardi is like in a room and he's like kind of like, he's like spitting gems. He's talking and like me and Pope is in the room. Silas was also there. My nigga Silas, shout out Silas. He was in that bit too. Silas actually went and grabbed the backwoods for us. And I remember like this nigga knew where to go. He grabbed the woods and came back. And my nigga, that nigga Cardi was just in there. Like it was like, you know, he was just spitting gems.
Yeah.
So when he was spitting the gems, I was really listening to what he was saying. And like, I was actually applying that shit to my life, bro. But other niggas, other niggas didn't really seem like they was listening, but I was really paying attention. But boom, like I didn't know there was a camera in there. So sometimes niggas will see the video, they're like, bro, like Meek Mill post that video and like all these people post that video. Like, why you ain't looking at the camera? Like I would have looked in the camera. I'd have been like, bro, I'm absorbing the motherfucking information, nigga.
Game, yeah.
What the So this, sorry to get sidetracked, but this was one of those moments, like with Sosa, where it seemed like everything aligned perfectly, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very few times in my life where I actually felt like that. Sometimes I'm just going. You feel me? Like a lot of the times you know how it is. We're not motivated every single day, but we make sure that we dedicate it.
Yeah.
We make sure that we show that routine. We make sure that we show up, even when we don't want to.
Yeah.
So not every time it makes sense for me, but in these moments, it made sense for me. Cardi made me like, you know what I'm saying, really like hone in on like, yeah, like nigga, like we finna do this shit, nigga. Turn up. And now being able to like have Sosa fuck with my song and then send me back his vocals, fam, it was unimaginable. It was like having every prayer answered at the same time. But it's crazy to me because once it came time to shoot the video, it was like the nigga Sosa so cool. Like you forget it's Sosa, bruh. So like nigga.
And hold on. You burnt the nigga with the blunt in the music video.
Bro, fam.
You burnt Sosa, bro.
Fam, I'm telling you, my nigga. So we shooting the video and we rolling up these blunts and I'm rolling backwards. And this is the time when like I only smoke backwards. So I'm rolling them up back to back to back. And I'm smoking them shits. Sosa's like, God damn, that nigga smoke more than Tato. And I remember the niggas was dying. And then, so I roll my blunt and we shooting. And I remember like, lean, what? And I try to jump straight back in. I said, lean, what? Nigga, I burned him with the cherry of the blunt.
Oh,
hit his hand. He's like, God damn, boy, you burnt me. I said, oh shit. No way. I just burnt this nigga Sosa, bro. I said, no fucking way, bro. The nigga was super cool about it.
Yeah.
But when I watched the video, there's a little part where like, you can see it hit him and they cut his reaction. And it hits him, like when the train passes by, it hit that nigga. He's like, ah, shit. And I'm like, no fucking way that just happened, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, what the fuck? I was clearly too amped up. But nah, bro, it's super cool. That nigga seemed beyond his age, bro.
Yeah,
no
because this is like a young Sosa too.
He is beyond his age, bro.
Yeah.
Because, fam, and like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was there and like niggas was like he definitely pulled up with like the star energy, you know what I'm saying? But like, fam, that nigga cool as bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like one of those ones where it's like he's one of those people where it's like if I had an idol, and sometimes you get let down when you meet your idol.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
Nigga, I'll tell you, nigga, I was not let down. So I'm, even to this day, I feel blessed to have experienced that.
Oh, that's blessed. And another big feature that you all had on the first was it the Atlanta album?
Yeah, we call that bit Atlanta.
You met Yachty over in QC Studios, in QC Studios.
Nah. So I actually went. So I went to Morrow High School with Burberry Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Perry, very talented individual. Also my nigga. Love that guy. Perry, he like, remember it was Perry and Yachty at one point.
When he was first popping off.
They was doing their thing. So like, I remember like, we had a gig one time and we got brought out to Michigan, I think it was. And we was doing this show and they made us stay in this mansion. And we stayed in a mansion with Yachty. And that was the first time that I'd actually been around both. But he knew Perry and I knew Perry. So it was just like, hey, what's up? Like, oh, like you know Perry, I know Perry type shit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't we didn't really talk that much. I just remember like, cause the house was so big, nigga, it's me and my niggas doing our own thing, like me and Kimbo and Raptor and all of us, you know what I'm saying? Fiji, Poe. Like, so we cutting up, we got hoes, we doing our own thing, and we letting bro do his own thing type shit too.
Yeah.
But like, that was the first time when I had noticed that nigga Yachty really ate only pizza, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? I was so lost because we was ordering all kinds of different shit. The nigga just ordered pizza. And I remember it was like one time, it was like these pizza boxes stacked on top of each other. And then it was like a bunch of just dipping sauces. And I was like, he had like hella different dipping sauces. And I'm like, damn, nigga, that nigga finna eat the same pizza in like 10 different ways. That's crazy. And like, this nigga really forward pizza, bro. Like, this is not a myth.
Yeah.
So like, I wanted to ask him so bad, like, nigga, why you only eat pizza? But I couldn't yet because we weren't really there. But what this occasion was good for was familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
So like, we seen each other. That was good enough. So then he comes out to Toronto.
Okay.
He's there with Perry. Perry's like, oh, yo, this is the Castro that you was talking about. Like, and then boom, links us up. And then I'm with Fiji. You know, Fiji's a people's person. So, you know, like Yachty immediately clicks with Fiji. And like, it's just, the rest is history.
Yeah.
You know, and then he brought us on his tour. And like, I remember that first time when we met him, we was linking with him, we was chilling. Like, we had the bitches, and we was just having a good time, vibing and shit. And then like that nigga Boat, like while he was ordering pizza, so he brings us to Blaze, right? This was the first time the nigga did some shit like this. And that's when I realized like niggas have a different kind of money. Nigga, we was at Blaze Pizza on like by Eaton Center.
Mm-hmm.
He walked into that bit. He's ordering a pizza. As he's ordering a pizza, he's like, what y'all doing tomorrow? It's just me and Fiji. He's like, what y'all doing tomorrow? I said, shit. Nothing. That nigga Fiji said, nothing. We ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
He's like, looks to his bodyguard. He's just like, hey, no, I think it was his assistant. Looked to his assistant. He was like, hey, book him 2 flights to Atlanta for tomorrow. I was like, bet, say less. I canceled whatever the fuck I had going on. And then that was the first time like we went out to bro's crib and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm in Atlanta, I still got a crib over there. So like there's sometimes I'm staying at Boat's house. I'm not even trying to go to my house. So I ain't even touch my neighborhood. Cause even the niggas that I went to high school with, it's like, nigga, I'm finna tell you, hey, come pull up on me at Yachty's house. Are you fucking crazy, bro? So so it was just kind of like, it felt like me and Fiji on a fucking ranch, bro. Is what it felt like. But it was like Boat's world in that bitch, like a big toy Willy Wonka museum. It was fire. That shit really gave me aspirations. Cause I'm like, I want to live like this with my niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that shit was big for me. I fucked with that. And shout out to Boat, cause
salute to Yachty, man.
Real nigga.
And you know, while everything is going on and you guys are putting out Come Down collective music, you're still dropping solo tunes, right?
Absolutely.
Can you tell me about that video? Because we're gonna come full circle to that Queen and Spadina McDonald's, your former office that you guys have.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. The old office, yeah.
There's a music video that you filmed in there.
Hallelujah, you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
On April 5th, 2017, a Toronto rapper by the name of Castro ambushed a McDonald's.
And you got arrested after the music video.
Hell yeah. I remember.
Break that down, fam.
So I remember, goddamn, let me take a sip, reminiscing about this shit. So I remember I was trying to shoot a video. I had Hallelujah. This song I had been working on for months. And I don't know if this is like this for other people, but for some reason this song has taken me so long. There was like 5 versions of it. So it was a big deal to me. So I wanted the song, it was like all of my dark energy put into a song. So I wanted it to represent like Gotham City.
Yeah.
So we at the time, remember, we didn't have money like that. So like we can't pay actors and do all this other shit. So I'm thinking, and I'm like, bro, we're gonna have to get real reactions. But this is my song. So like, nigga, I remember Fiji smoking a cigarette on the balcony. I said, hey, yo, Fiji, so this is what I'm finna do. So I'm finna run into, and at first I was like, I'm gonna start it in Eaton Center. And I'm gonna skate all the way down from one end to the next and Eaton Center with smoke grenades, with smoke flares or some shit like that. And then I remember like that nigga just laughed. And then I was like, all right. I'm gonna do Queen and Spadina and you do McDonald's. I thought maybe it'd be more doable.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're gonna go to jail. And I was just like, bro, so you really not gonna come with me? He's like, no. So I end up going with Pope. Pope slid with me. We went. I remember I got like this time niggas was, flexing the flex with the Uber. You get that big body, just drive you around. Ooh, niggas was blessed. So niggas had the Uber. We were driving. I had them pull us up to get some masks. So we grabbed some masks at this fucking spot. And it's not around Halloween time. It's not easy to get masks. So I have to get what I could find. So I get the mask, boom, I put the goggles over it. I had already sourced the smoke grenades because you can't just get that in the store.
Yeah.
So, boom. I have them shits. And I remember I told Pope the plan. And we stopped at what's that? Is it called the Thompson?
Are you talking about it's like a concert hall?
Yeah, like Thompson, where you go downstairs. It's like not the Thompson Diner, but like the other side where it's like a hotel, but like a club as well. Used to be
I'm not sure.
It used to be so we went there and I remember like I took a shot. And I'm like, yo, that shot has me feeling away still. And then nigga was like, yeah. He's like, there was Molly in it. I said, what the fuck?
Holy.
I was like, oh my goodness, nigga. So I'm like, bet, whatever. And it's not like I hadn't taken Molly before. So, so I was like, all right, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be digital. Anyway, we pull up to the McDonald's. And I have this Uber driver driving the SUV. And I tell him, wait right here. He's just parked in the alleyway. And I said, like, when I get out, I want you to park right in front of the McDonald's, nigga, and be ready for when I come out. I made him think like I was finna get an order real fast and come back out. So boom, I jump out and like, I didn't want him to see me jump out and see what was going on. So,
right.
And I remember I had the cameraman, and I had picked up Danny Phantom because he was the producer of the song. I remember he called me right when I was getting in the Uber. He was like, what you doing? I'm like, you really want to know what I'm doing? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna come pick you up. Be ready in 5 minutes. Scooped him, bro. So that there's footage where you see like from the outside of the Queen and Spadina, like outside of the McDonald's. That was Danny's footage because he was like, once he seen what was going on, he was not stepping foot in that bitch. So I jump out with Pope. We light the fire. I mean the
smoke bombs.
The smoke bombs, and then we ran, and they're colored too. And I remember we pulled that shit and we ran into the McDonald's. And I just remember like it smoked up so quickly. I was like, what the how am I gonna get any footage? You can't see shit. So the cameraman is in there behind me and he's filming this shit. So I jump up on the counter. I threw one smoke grenade behind like where the cooking is. And then I kept one, and then that nigga Pope walking one in a circle. So boom, my nigga, I jump up on the counter and I take out these bands, and I realize like niggas is food. Their food is all
they're messing up.
All of their food is fucked.
Yeah.
So I started throwing out the 50s because I'm trying to pay for niggas' food, but I'm still filming. So if there can't be a whole bunch of dialogue. I've got to be in and out. These folks think it's a fucking terrorist attack. So my nigga, I'm throwing this money on the floor. Woo, woo, woo. I jump down off the counter and to leave. This Good Samaritan tried to stand up in front of me. So I acted like I faked like I had something on me.
Yeah.
And that nigga moved a little bit out the way and I just slid out. So I jumping through the sunroof of my Uber that's waiting there where I told him to wait in front of McDonald's. I jumped through the sunroof. In the video, you can see my legs.
This is all in the video,
It comes through the sunroof. So boom, I never forget. I'm kicking his shoulder and I'm like, yo, go, 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 go. And then that's when like I'm at the top. The Molly start to kick in. My dumb ass, I ain't even slide in the car. I'm still sitting on the roof and I'm spreading the money like this over my face. I'm just spreading the money. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I turn around and I see 12. Like I see the lights. And I'm like, go, go, go. And he's like, I can't. I'm kicking his shoulder, kicking the fuck out his shoulder. He's like, I can't. Bro, I look in front. Nigga, 12 got us surrounded.
Wow.
So I turn around now and I see 12 pulling up with a shotgun. And he's walking up to my door, right? So my window is open. And I just remember, like, I was moving so fast that, like, I just slid in the sunroof into my seat.
Mm-hmm.
And all I remember saying, I was like, I turned around and I'm like, Fiji, run. Not knowing, like, my stupid ass Pope is back there with the cameraman. And of course, I'm only trying to talk to my people, like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was like I was tweaking. I'm like, Fiji, run. So I jump out the window, and you can see it in the video. I literally climb up through the window and I take off. And Officer Dick, he can't keep up with me. So like, I'm low-key losing him. And then that good Samaritan from the McDonald's, he chases after me. So my nigga, we get to this back street. We running. This good Samaritan ass nigga come behind me and kick my leg. Boom, I slid across all the gravel, nigga. I was so pissed. Then the officer, that nigga was right on my ass right after that. Turned around and he seen me smiling. I guess I was smiling because I was really like really grinding my shit. You feel me? Because I was, you know what I'm saying? I was rolling. He thought I was smiling. And nigga kneed me in my face and it snapped my sunglasses in half. I never forget half of it sliding down my face, half of it still being on. Bro. And then, you know, they bring me all the way back to the car and whatnot. And yeah, my nigga, the rest was history. But fam, they took the footage and all kinds of shit. I had to wait to deal with the case before I could get the footage back.
Yeah.
And yo, my nigga, what's crazy is like, yo, a lot of the time, like niggas would probably think like, yo, you know, they probably think like, how did you get that footage? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, I had to wait and wait. I had to pay a ransom to this videographer that also got arrested. He was like, I couldn't use my camera for, so I'm like, all right, whatever, bro, shut up here. I paid him the bread, got the footage, and then yeah, I had to upload it. The rest was history. Of course, it got flagged like not safe for work or some shit. So like it didn't do the views it was supposed to, but I uploaded that shit just for the culture. I went through too much.
That's some legendary stuff right there, bro. So
Utopia. An imagined place or state of things in which everything is perfect. But here at our Utopia, nothing is beyond your imagination. We offer an enhanced recording experience located in Eastern Toronto. With professional quality recording, mixing, and mastering, we believe that every artist deserves an experience nothing short of utopia. To experience your own state of utopia, visit utopiarecords.ca to lock in your time today.
now everything's on the high, okay? Come Down Collective, bare music videos, you're on documentaries, your solo shit's popping, but then the crew breaks up. Why the breakup?
So it's funny to say like even the breakup, because like it kind of felt like we wasn't on the same page for a little minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you start working with people, you start noticing little things that like kind of might slick annoy you. And it's nothing against that person. Like maybe there's probably shit that I would do that would just annoy, you know what I'm saying, other folks in the collective.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So that's like for us, it was mainly like it's mainly, especially like me and Fiji, like we didn't kick it as often. Like, and then like the whole collective as a whole, we didn't really like chill together no more. And like what I still to this day, I feel like kind of bad about is like, you know, kind of like how things like ended with like, as far as like even Pope, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Pope was really like my friend. And I feel like, I could have been a better friend because, you know, we're both men at the end of the day. what can't be spoken about.
Yeah.
God knows if something happened to any niggas right now, you know what I'm saying? I take that shit personally.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, damn, nigga, like I wasn't able to be a man enough to put that difference aside. So in my mind, everything that transpired afterwards was just a life lesson. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what's crazy is the day for me when I feel like this shit really like ended, where I didn't feel like it was like I didn't feel like that family bond existed anymore, was when, so I think it was Fiji's birthday. So boom, I remember I just got out low key for, you know what I'm saying, a home invasion or whatever. So now keep in mind, I'm not supposed to be outside for real.
Mm-hmm. You're on house arrest.
Yeah, I'm on house arrest. But it's Fiji's birthday. So I slid Fiji's birthday. You know what I'm saying? My mom was like, don't go. I said, Mom, you don't understand this shit. Like, of course I had to do housey at my mom's crib.
Yeah.
You know? So she said, don't go. I'm like, you don't understand this shit. Like, man, like, what the f? This my family. I got to show out.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in reality, I really didn't have to go because, like, we don't spend every single birthday together. And it's not like the nigga's birthday wouldn't have been his birthday if I wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just, you know, how we think when we was younger. And it's funny in hindsight. But anyways, so boom. I take the car. I just bought this brand new Benz. And I remember I went. So I pull up to Fiji's birthday. And I remember the next day I had like a speedy glass appointment. It was like I was driving on the highway and one of them cars in front of me, they kicked up a rock and it just put a little nick in my windshield. So I'm like, you know what, tomorrow I'm gonna go fix that. So I'm like, I'm planning to come home early. So boom, I'm there. I say happy birthday. I see a lot of the mandem, a lot of our niggas there and whatnot. And it's lit, you know what I'm saying? It's vibes. And I'm happy. At this point, I'm like, Mom, you were wrong. This was worth every mile. You know what I'm saying? But like, so anyway, boom, now it comes time to leave. So we leaving now, and I'm getting out of there, and so boom, so we leaving, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, Fiji, I'm getting ready to slide. So I adapt him. He's like, he low-key told me, like, why don't you just stay here? And I'm like, well, like, nigga, I got my bitch at home, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I got a speedy glass appointment in the morning. So I'm low-key making excuses, but I low-key wanted to stay. But I'm like, I'm on housey. I'm already cutting it close. Like, I need to chill out.
Yeah.
You know? So, boom, I get ready to leave. I dap everybody else up. I get in the whip to leave. So as I'm leaving now, I see, so these niggas, like, these niggas is like, they're like within our circles. They're not like, we ain't best friends, but like, we like
You're
friends
cool.
of my friend. Like, we cool, you know what I'm saying? We cordial and shit. So I'm finna leave, and I'm like, hey, so for the sake of this, I'm finna call one H and one D. Mm-hmm. So boom, H and D say like, yo, you can like, you where you heading? I'm like, yo, I'm heading back to the city right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, niggas want to ride? Like, I'll give niggas a ride. It's nothing. So boom, H hop in the back, D hopping shotgun. Ooh. We driving. So while we going and shit, it had just rained. So we leaving. I'm low-key like looking around for some more bitches to see if they want to slide. But there's a car in front of us and they also leaving. It's full of bitches. They're like, oh, like, pull up DT. We finna have the AP at our crib. So that's what man them are on. So we're like, all right, nigga, like, I'll go to Speedy guy's appointment a little bit later. I'll just touch this, you know what I'm saying? This function one time for a little bit, you know, scoop a 1-2 bitch and I'll be on my way. Yeah. Anyway, so we driving, boom, my nigga, there's a light. As soon as we come out the cul-de-sac, my nigga, like I said, it just ran. So I hit the brake. My car is not braking, fam. Fam, for these couple of, I ain't never experienced no shit like this before. Cause this is my first time ever buying a car. And it's like, fam, I'm not gonna hold you for like while I was like going through the motions of all this shit, I was like, bro, did somebody snip my fucking brakes. Because there is no way I slid like that, fam.
Yeah.
But anyway, so boom, I slid. I hit the car in front of me. But it's the girls that were at the party. So they not really saying shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, like we good, whatever, pull it to the crib. So they continue down to the crib. And I'm trying to continue with them. But nigga, one of my tires, like, it's on the fucking rim, dog.
Oh.
You feel me? This shit was ugly, nigga. Like, they shit was straight. My shit was not, nigga. My shit was, you know what I'm saying? So boom. So I pulled to the side because the shit wasn't going. So I pulled to the side and that shit limped to the side. This shit all sad. My nigga. So boom, I hop out, I look at the motherfucking, at the tire, jump back in the car. I try to drive that bit some more to see if like, maybe I can make that shit, you know what I'm saying? This shit is sounding sad. So an officer, fam, I'm telling you. So an officer pulls up and he's like, hey, everything all right? No. I'm like, bro, what the And keep in mind, my nigga, I'm on curfew.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, my nigga, I was not trying to talk to this nigga, bro. So boom, the nigga pulls up to the side of the car. You see what happened? I said, it was just like a little, you know what I'm saying, a little fender bender or whatnot. The nigga pulled up to the car immediately. He was like, all right, you guys get out of the car. I was like, my nigga, the crazy part is I ain't have my L's. Like my license, I ain't have my L's.
Yeah.
So boom, I said to the nigga H, I said, hey, bro, you got your L's? He said, yeah. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, are you sauce? Like, are you blessed? And he's like, yeah, I'm blessed. And I'm like, all right, yo, you mind telling him that you was driving? Like, would you know what I'm saying? Like, would you mind saying that you driving? Because I'm not even supposed to be outside right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can just get like, if it's a ticket, then we'll leave. I'll pay the ticket. I'll pay you on top of that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because nigga said, all right, bless. And I asked D first. I said, D, you got a license? And nigga said, hell nah. So boom, that's when I went to H. So boom, I'm speaking to H. Bruh said he got me. So boom, the officer come back. He went to his car for a second. He come back. He's like, so who was driving? And I'm really standing there and like low key, I'm like, like fam is fucked up because like I want to say it was me so bad, but like bruh, you know what I'm saying? My nigga H stood in and said, like, it was me driving type shit.
Okay.
So boom, nigga bring him back to his car. And then he was like, yo, like, like you're low-key, like you have priors too. Like, you're not really supposed to be outside either type shit. So I'm like, no fucking way, dog. And my nigga, then he's like, we're gonna breathalyze you.
Oh,
but
shit.
Nigga say he, you know what I'm saying? He say he ain't really not saying even on, he ain't really sit like that. So I'm thinking, I don't know how sensitive a breathalyzer is or what. Boom, they breathalyze this nigga H. Nigga. Immediately the officer is like, we taking him to jail. DUI. Nigga, my fucking heart sank in my stomach because I'm like, nigga, low key, it shouldn't even be like that because it was me. You know what I'm saying? It was me. You feel me? So I felt bad still. But my nigga, once it's done, it's done. Cause like, nigga, I'm like, so I said to the officer, like, he's talking, I'm like, sorry, what if it was me? Like driving. It's like, no, it's too late. Your friend's going or whatever the So these niggas, I didn't realize that Barry is like a predominantly white place.
Oh, fucking Barry.
You feel me? So that's where we was. We was in the sticks.
Damn.
And my mom was like, nigga, you going to where? My girl was like, Barry? Hell nah, don't go. And I remember that shit, but I'm like, yo, my nigga, for my dogs, nigga, I drive this shit to the moon.
Yeah.
You feel me? So anyway, we, the officer now, he has my nigga H in the car in handcuffs. I'm just like, low key, I'm just trying to plead for him. Like, is there anything that we can do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like, you know, he's not at fault. Like really like everything. I'm like looking at this nigga like, bro, there's no way in hell that y'all niggas have to take him in right now. I'm like, we wasn't even drinking. Like we wasn't like doing nothing. Like what the fuck? Like, nigga, we came from like some light shit. Like, bro. Anyway, Nigga, so they separate me and homeboy now. Me and D, they separate us. So first thing they say like, so now that we got bro in the car, they're saying, whose car is this? I'm like, it's my bitch's car. It's my car. I put in my bitch's name, but they're like, whose car is it? I said it's my bitch's car. And he was like, all right, let me talk to you over here. So boom, they let D go. They let this nigga walk, right? So I guess when he go, he's like trying to hit up, like there's like a hotel inn, like a Holiday Inn, like close by. So he goes to that Holiday Inn and he's waiting there. I'm getting questioned now by the car and whatnot. Then the nigga finally say, what's your name? I'm like, I gave him my name, bro. And like, as soon as cause I was trying to like do anything but give him my name. I was like, so when I gave him my name, you know what I'm saying? Like, rather than like be the person that's trying to trying to de-escalate the situation. Like, nah, he's not drunk. We ain't drunk. We ain't even, it's not even like that, bro. Like, you know? And then he's like, where's the person that you hit? Like, where are they? So because they fled, there was like more questions type shit. So they were asking us. So anyway, to make a long story short now, this is where the shit get crazy, my nigga. I call my girl. I tell her, yo, put my mom on the phone right now and tell her to basically get ready to come scoop me or the car. So I'm calling. As I'm on the phone like this, it's ringing. Brrr. They're like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm finna get arrested. Boom, that nigga slap a cuff on this wrist right here. He's like, yeah, it says that you're supposed to be in the house, whatever. And I'm like, so my nigga, what's crazy is my curfew ended, like, would have been up in like 50 minutes.
Oh, man.
Fam, when I say mosh up, I mean mosh up. 50 minutes, it would have been over with. So anyways, the officer's like, yeah, like, you just in here on a breach. Like, you know, whatever. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You know, like, you just get here on a breach. And like, it's only 50 minutes, I know, but, you know, the rules are the rules. Whatever the So I'm there. I'm prepared to go for this breach and whatnot. I'm trying to remember my lawyer's number in my head just because I know, like, I got to call this nigga.
Yeah.
So, my nigga, then I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, why is this car not moving? You know, I'm like, take me to the police station. Why is this car not moving? I'm like, yo, my nigga, all I see is trees and sticks and highway. So, boom. Then the officer comes back to the car. He's like, I'm trying to remember because, you know, white people be having the funniest names for shit.
Yeah.
They said he had like a, like, they're like, oh, so so your buddy over there, we found a what? Like, we found like a clump on him or some shit. Yo, it was like, white people, they got some weird ass word for the hibatch. Okay. So I'm like, yo, my nigga. They're like, yeah, we found like a lock on him or like some shit like that, or like we found like the metal on him or some shit. Let's say it's for argument's sake, because I don't know, it was something silly. Yeah. Because I was like, you found a what, bro? Like, what the But so he was just like, we found a firearm on him.
Oh,
and I'm like, what the I'm like,
big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different Grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose Grabba, that red herring Grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show. Cheer! Big salute to the sponsors, Bear Medicine, where bear things are gone. Check out their location at 131 Montezuma Trail, 1 light north of Finch off Brimley. The only dispensary in the East End that carries the high-end cannabis brand Cake. Also available shatter, grabba, oils, extracts, shrooms, sec brand edibles out of BC, and exotic snack shop munchies all in one. Check out their 2 locations on the east side, 131 Montezuma Trail in Scarborough, 1 light north of Finch off of Brimley, and in the west, Munchies, 186A Main Street, South Brampton. If you say we love hip hop, you can get a proper grade, never shake pre-roll. Big salute to the sponsors. Now let's get back to the show. Cheer!
The that gotta do with me? Y'all niggas just said nigga it was free to go. What they gotta do with me? They're like, well, your buddy's saying it's yours.
Oh,
My nigga,
shit.
Here's the thing, though. I know cops be playing this game. They do. And I'm not going to lie to you. Because me and these niggas wasn't, like, close, like me and bruh, D wasn't close, I was like, would this nigga throw me under the bus? And I'm like, nigga don't really, like, what? So, like, nigga, in the moment, when he said it to me, I really just got quiet. And then I just yelled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was just mad, bruh. And I'm like, bruh, what the f? And then I just remember the nigga was just like a clump. I think that's what he called it. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Some shit like that. He said the fun of. Yeah. So, anyways, this nigga's like, yeah. So, like, he said we found a clump on him, but he says it's yours, but I think he's lying.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, yo, my nigga, what kind of, yo, you know what I mean?
It sounds like
games and tricks and shit are you trying to? So boom, I'm like, nigga, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you talking about. And then this nigga just slammed my door, bro. Slammed my door, and I'm still waiting there for a few more minutes. Now I'm waiting for him to come back to me and say like something else. Nah, this time he comes in, he sits in the front seat. He's sitting in the front seat now, and he's like on the computer, and he's talking about some shit. And as he's talking about shit, the nigga is like saying shit like, oh, like he's like talking about like what happened. And he's saying that we all voluntarily got out of the car and that we all put our bags on the hood of the car. I'm like, what the f? So I'm confused. Then the nigga is like, yeah, you're probably gonna just go down for like a breach. Like you should be good. Like, yo, my nigga, this is the funny one of the funniest things officer ever said to me. This nigga said, he said, yeah, you should just be getting the breach. So you should be in and out in about an hour. Yo, my nigga, listen to me. As I thought about it, it don't matter what the f you in there for, nigga. It is not finna be no motherfucking hour, nigga. So I was like, yo, what the f? I'm like, an hour? So then low key, I'm like, yeah, just like, I'm like, okay, good thing I told my mom to come and pick me up. So low key, my mom and my girl are on their way to like where I'm finna be getting taken to.
Yeah.
So boom, they get us in the holding cells and we all together, you know? And like, but we're like separate cells, you know? But like, we're like,
on the same block.
On the same block.
Yeah.
So like we're like, you know, talking out to each other. Every man's good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's blessed. Everyone's blessed. I'm talking to H. He's just like, yo, fam, I didn't even know that I had like a breach on my you know what I mean? And yo, my nigga, that was that. And he's just like, yo, bro, like niggas is in a sticky right now. And then D, he's like, yeah, bro, like, fam, the niggas were like I was at the hotel and like I popped my head out to like, you know, to like see what I'm going to try to get like a cab or a ride or some shit like that because my phone was about to die. Like all this stuff. And then he's just like, but basically, fam, the man just slammed me on the ground and just like fucking, you know, grabbed everything on me. And then that's how niggas, you know what I mean, got hemmed up. Because, so now I'm like, what the f, my nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So boom. I remember the nigga was telling me, he was like, yo, fam, what's crazy is that they looked up, they seen that I went to college. And they're like, they pulled me to the side and they were like, when I was at the hotel, they were talking to me. They're like, how did you end up with these guys? I guess because we both have priors and brother have no priors. So like, how do you end up with these guys? You went to college. And my nigga, when the nigga told me that in my cell, I'm not gonna lie, that low-key bunned me. It bunned me because I'm like, yo, my nigga, I made $200,000 a year for the city. What the fuck do you mean, nigga, how you end up with these guys? The fuck? So it kind of felt like a race thing. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, now we go, niggas is doing fingerprints, all right? So I'm in there. The nigga come in there. And I remember I'm like, yo, the arresting officer told me that I was arrested on a breach. Like, that's what I'm here for. And then now y'all saying it's a gun, a firearm and a breach? I'm like, hold up. Like, someone explain to me, why is it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So boom, the nigga's like, oh, well, the gun was found in the vehicle. I was like, what the found in the vehicle? I thought it was found on somebody. How the fuck y'all gonna say it was found in the vehicle now? Like, You know what I'm saying?
Your story keeps on switching.
Like, I'm like, y'all story keep on changing. So I'm like, so he's just telling me, the same bullshit they tell you, like, I'm not the arresting officer, so I can't, like, don't, what do you say? So don't count me on this. But like, when it's found in the vehicle, everyone gets charged. And I'm like, now I get it. Because you guys wanted everyone to get charged, you guys found a way to be able to say that this shit was in the vehicle. When it wasn't in the vehicle. Nigga, when you go through the factum and whatnot, and apparently it's on a nigga, you know what I mean? And then it's like, yo, bro, what's accompanied with it is an ID and a bank card.
Yeah.
I have my ID in my bag, right? So my nigga, that's what my lawyer had to argue. It's like, what the f does this have to do with him? But they're like, they had to flip it. They're like, nah, it was in the vehicle and he owns the vehicle. So we have to take him in.
Yeah.
So boom, anyways, we get in there and that's how they got us all like on intake. That's, you know what I mean? Like, so nigga, we're all in there. And I remember like my celly was my Kofi, D. I don't know where they put H. He was like on the other side. So it's me and D and we're in the same cell. And I remember I met my nigga Dubs. My nigga OG, older nigga. That nigga would give me a book bop and bless me, But I would talk to him and like, he'd be like, yo, so like what happened? And I'm like, yo, bro, like, yo, niggas is, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas got into a sticky and this and that happened. And they're like, he's like, so buddy doesn't have no priors? I'm like, nah. And they're like, you better tell him, no, hug that, bro. Are you down? So like niggas, so I'm talking to him like, yo, bro. So my nigga, I'm in here. I'm talking to this nigga, but like, yo, I'm not gonna hold you to the demeanor on my youth. Like, I actually felt bad that he was even in the situation.
Right.
Here's a nigga that's never had no charges. I kind of still felt like it was my fault that everybody was hemmed up because my nigga, low key, had I not crashed, no one would have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you got to take responsibility where it's due. So I'm still feeling bad. So my nigga, we're together in there, and I remember like, yo, niggas is like on some like, like we're just like just talking back and forth and shit. So then one day they move him off to not to a different cell, to a different range. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I was so confused. And then I remember I'm like, why the fuck did they do that? So I'm low-key asking my nigga Dubs, like, yo, why the fuck would they do that, my nigga? Because there's some fishy shit going on. So, and I didn't went into intake before, and I done been arrested before because, you know what I'm saying, of the other shit.
Right.
The home invasion and whatnot. So my nigga, I was like, yo, my nigga, last time, nigga, I was in here, nigga, me and two of my co-Qs were all in here with Dea. What do you mean? So I was confused why right now, like all of a sudden, we've been together for a couple of days, and then all of a sudden you guys
this guy gets moved.
he gets moved. Yeah. So I was like, what are these niggas planning? So my nigga, I get shipped to my range now. Whatever. My nigga, I'm hearing niggas is telling me through the wall. They're like, yo, my nigga, yo, you know that nigga saying like, you know what I'm saying, you implicated him? I said, how? I said, what?
Wow.
I said, what? I said, I did what? So my nigga, I'm like, that's crazy because bro just sent me a kite a while ago and he didn't say none of the sorts on in the kite. You know what I mean? Niggas was on some, like, are you blessed? I'm like, yeah, I'm blessed. Like, what I'm saying? I can't complain still. Like, I'm like, how's H? Where did they have him? Whatever. So we were kick up.
Yeah.
What I didn't know is this. See, when I was done in the fingerprint room, one of the guys, like one of the cops that were, or the CO, whatever they are, the cops that were doing the fingerprint shit, this nigga wrote a note and he asked not to be named. He wrote a note that said that I said it's the Mexicans. And I'm like, nigga, what? I'm like, why the fuck would I say that, nigga? That would just prove that I know where the fuck it came from.
Yeah.
If I prove that I know where it came from, nigga, I'm in this shit too, nigga.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, what? So my nigga, I'm in my cell, I'm heated, my nigga. Yo, bro, I have to wait for video court, talk to my lawyer. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And my lawyer is acting like, well, like, what the fuck? They're obviously, like, that's obviously, like, not true. Like, don't worry. Like, Who cares? I'm like, no. You don't understand. What do you mean, who cares? I'm like, no. The streets care, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck, my nigga? This is not no plaything, bro. This is like a man getting accused of being a diddler, bro. This is not no plaything.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to talk to the man, and he's just like, all right, you know what I'm gonna do? For you, I'm gonna try to get the footage of when you was in the fingerprint room so that we could be able to know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He gets the video, but I gotta wait, right? So he's waiting, and the next time I talk to him, he doesn't have it. He's just waiting to hear back. And then like I'm getting like a bail, and then they're denying my bail. So boom, I get a bail here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before the bail hearing, I get to like talk to my lawyer. You know, like they bring you to like a place where you video court your lawyer, and he's like, all right, you guys are gonna have your bail court in like 15 minutes, be ready, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to him, and he's like, yo, I actually looked at the footage. And what's crazy is the officer wrote it on a piece of paper and handed it in and did not have his name put on the file. But not only that, you said nothing of the sort. He's like, this actually will help us in our bail hearing. I said, what? He's like, yes, because it seems as though, you know, what they're doing, it's like, it could be racially motivated. It can be whatever the motivation is, what they're doing is illegal.
Yeah.
So first of all, I was like, okay, well, that's you saying that. I need to see this, you know? So he played it for me, and I'm watching it. I'm looking. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I low-key didn't know what to expect, you know? So when I watched it, I was like, no fucking way, my nigga. I'm like, how the fuck is it that niggas were able, well, not even niggas, how is it that I was able to have my bail denied off of false information that was put in by an officer that has nothing to do with my case and that asked to be unnamed? So I'm looking, I'm like, yo, what kind of shit is going on in Barry? Nigga, they denied my bail. But in this bail, I got to hear what was actually written. And apparently, what they say went down, they say, oh, he walked in, and I was like, why am I being charged for a firearm? And he's like, because the firearm was found in the vehicle. And then I'm like, it's the Mexicans. Like, what the nigga, who the talks like that? Yeah. First of all, why the is it? Who the talks like, why am I being charged with a firearm? I don't talk like that, nigga. Like, nigga, what the why am I being detained? I'm like, yo, bro, all of this shit, I'm like, my nigga, that shit don't even sound like me. So when I saw the video, I'm not gonna lie, I got down and I thanked God that there was even footage, bro. Yeah. Because what's crazy is like, my nigga, I'm talking to my niggas. I'm talking, Slutty, my nigga Slutty called me from while I was in the bin. So he's like, yo, my nigga, niggas on the streets are talking like, yo, like how low-key this, you know, this nigga D is saying like, yo, you implicated him, talking about this, the Mexican. Ooh.
That's a crazy jacket to put on you, bro.
Fam, what's crazy is this. What do I look like trying to plead my case over the phone?
Yeah.
You feel me? So, my nigga, it was the hardest thing I had to do, but I had to let that shit rock. Nigga, for the first time, and what's crazy is I feel like that's like every nigga's worst nightmare. To be accused of something that is out of their character that they would never do, but have no way of proving otherwise.
Yeah.
So my nigga, like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was going through, that was my rock bottom for me. Because like, you know what I'm saying, my peoples wasn't behind me, like my, you know what I'm saying, shit just felt different. I was in I was still outside in general, you know what I'm saying?
General Pop, yeah.
Yeah, of course. You know me. So like, boom, I'm in General Pop, remember? So like, that was my shit. And like, I was talking to niggas and I'm just like, bro, I really don't know what the to do, bro. Like, my mind is going crazy right now. So I'm like, nigga, just seeing the video was harder because like, I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to prove this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, my lawyer, we end up having a court hearing. And then he points out all the inaccuracies and all the shit that they fucked up, and he shows he sends the judge the video, And then the judge sees the video and he tells him like, yo, like, I don't know how this was turned into him saying like, I thought it was found on somebody. It was turned into the Mexican. And then like, they had to put them side by side. And that was the only time that my side was ever heard.
Yeah.
But then again, that's in the courtroom to all these white people. Nigga, what about the streets?
Yeah.
These niggas ain't in here. So boom, I'm talking to my lawyer. I'm like, look, listen, when I get out, bro, I need that video, bro. He's like, I'm sorry, it's impossible. I said, what the fuck you mean it's impossible? He's like, I can't send it to you. I was like, so you're telling me that there's nothing that you can do to help me with obtaining a video that is mine with me in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was like, nah, it's like against the courts. So I'm not gonna lie, I had to just ask him, like, I thought of this. I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me just ask him like if he can show it to me on Zoom. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he showed it to me on Zoom, and I just, you know, 1, 2, 1, 2. But anyway, so my nigga, after getting out of jail though, you gotta understand, like, I remember like I caught my one nigga Slim. I said, yo, bro, like what's going on? Like, what's up with it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like niggas was like, nah, like we're out here still, like, like how are you? Like you're out, you know, I'm trying to be like nice at first. And then niggas was like, I'm like, the first person that I wanted to go see was H, because H had nothing to do with it, you know what I mean? But like, yo, my nigga, H had passed. So my nigga, like really and truly, that made me not want to talk about this entire situation even more, because now it involved someone that's no longer with us. And I was like, wow, that's kind of like fucked up. Especially like for me, like, yo, my nigga, that shit, it just felt fucked up, because it felt like the last time I seen him, we was laughing and and now I can never even, you know, talk to him, chop it up. And so it felt wrong talking about the situation, you know? So like people are looking for answers, and I can't even really talk about the whole story because so, you know what I mean? Yo, God rest buddy's soul, but yo, as we're going on now and I'm out, I'm on Housey, yo, my niggas are saying some shit that's actually taunting me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not thinking straight right now. So I'm about to do something wild. I was wilding, bro. So I remember when I was like that and I was just going through it, and I'm like, yo, my nigga, I'm finna do something. I'm on house arrest and my lawyer's trying to tell me to calm down. I'm telling him, yo, bro, you don't understand what it's like to be me, bro. You dumb? Yeah. So anyways, eventually I was able to find peace, bro, because then I was like, hold on 1 second. When it ever came to my niggas, when it ever came to Fiji or whatever the fuck, anyway, my nigga, if there was ever an accusation about anything, nigga, I'm front line and center with that shit, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. Y'all accuse my nigga of what? Nah, I'm finna make sure that niggas know that he ain't do that shit. I mean, I know all the facts right now, but I know my nigga enough to know he ain't do that shit. And boom, I be on the front line and I be in the mix up. I be in the mix. You feel me? So I just didn't feel like niggas had me
the same
how
energy.
I had them. So my nigga, my mom, keep in mind, like I'm on house arrest, so my mom is really who I get to see every single day. So like, nigga, I done missed my mom's birthday 6 years in a row. Nigga, my brother's birthday is 5 days before me. I done missed 7 of his shits. But here I am at my friend's birthday. And like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like, damn, nigga, like you didn't even. And what really hurt me, bro, I'm not even gonna talk about it like on some female shit, because niggas grow and niggas have their reasons. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand. But nigga, when I was in there, like right before I got out, like, yo, I remember I spoke to Fiji once when I was in there. He was like, yo, you know, like I told him, I'm like, yo, I'm doing 800 I'm doing 800 sit-ups, I'm doing 400 push-ups, and I'm, you know, and he was just like, yo, that's good, bro. Like, woo. And then like I'm talking to my other niggas, and niggas is telling me like, nah, nigga, the tides are not in your favor right now. And I'm like, damn, nigga, like,
it's like
for
that.
real. So, but at the end of the day, really, it was probably too messy. And I understand like niggas not wanting to be attached to that shit, because like nigga, I didn't even feel like wanting to explain and all that stupid ass shit because I couldn't even imagine being in a situation where I'd have to explain something like that. So like I definitely would not want that burden on another person who don't really even know the details like that. So it's like, damn, I gotta check, you know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of hurt that niggas, you know what I mean? But you know who I gotta say I gotta rate? I rate my nigga Slutty and Silas, because as soon as I came out, niggas was like, yo, my nigga, niggas is saying, and I showed them the video, but I didn't have the shit from like what was said in court, like where like, you know, shit was debunked and, oh, like these were just fabricated notes. I didn't have none of that shit. So niggas just had this video and kind of just had to go off of that. So my nigga, the feeling of trying to explain to your own niggas, I hated that feeling, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit right there made me feel defeated, gang. So I was like, my nigga, what the fuck do I look like? Like a mark ass nigga. Like, am I explaining for me or am I explaining for the other motherfuckers?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen police pull some crazy tricks, and I done seen them, you know what I'm saying, as I been going on, I done seen them, you know, play around with certain logistics when it comes to other people's cases too.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, I see it and I'm like, damn, nigga, like what the oh, like this shit be going on? But like when I think that, I'm just like, where were the niggas that were to, you know, like even my co-accused, it's like, yo, my nigga, you had my number. So before you started doing the rate-tay and the, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my nigga, like holla at me, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that goes for anybody, but especially him, nigga. If you felt that way, nigga, we was sitting in the same cell. Yeah. Nigga, how the could I sit in the same cell as you, nigga? If I, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that's some downright dirty shit. So, nigga, I was just happy that my lawyer was able to get, you know what I'm saying, that shit. And I sent you the...
Yeah, no, I got all the, I got the receipts.
You the receipts, you feel me? Like, nigga, you see the video with the, you know what I'm saying? Saying what I really said, and then you see what my lawyer said to get me out that jam. That's why I say Ryan Henlarsky is the GOAT, bro. Shout out Ryan Henlarsky, bro, because the terrorism charge, nigga, a couple of songs, like, you feel me? Like, this shit, like, yo, my nigga, you got to keep in mind, he's gotten me out of a lot of jams. And, like, the home invasion, like, yo, bro, got me out of a lot of jams. So it was just, like, crazy because Ryan knows me, like, how I am. So, like, and it sounds weird to say that about your lawyer, but, like, I say that because, like...
No, you get to know your lawyer a lot when you go through a lot of stuff with, you know?
So, like, my last case with the home invasion, right? So, boom. Yo, my nigga, the way shit was going, shit went left. Boom. Me and a man are tussling. Boom, he passed my chain, my come down chain. How's my come down chain? My nigga, 12, break in. Lock up everybody. Yo, bro, when they lock up everybody, my nigga, the lawyer's like, yo, you want your chain back? I'm like, yo, my nigga, where is it? They're like, yo, it's in my youth's property. He's like, I'm like, how do I get it back? They're like, you have to tell them, you know what happened. Woo, woo, woo. I say, yo, my nigga, that's his chain. Are you stupid? Get out of here. Cop a new chain instantly. What the fuck? Charge it to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, yo, my nigga, it's crazy how full circle went, because right now, my bro, so that's why I dropped the song Free Steve. My bro, Steve, he's in prison, right? That nigga right now is serving time on the same range as my old Kofi from that home invasion, fam.
Wow.
How it goes full circle, my nigga.
Yeah.
Fam, what the fuck, niggas? That shit couldn't go on if I did niggas slime, nigga.
Yeah.
That's not me, bro.
Yeah.
So when I got out, I asked niggas, I remember I asked niggas, I was like, damn, niggas would really believe that. I'm like, that's not even, niggas know my pedigree. I'm like, that's not my body, bro. And I remember my niggas, let me say, yo, it's not even that, fam. When I heard it's not even that, it's like niggas don't, like what? Like niggas don't really know me. Like I guess when I heard that, I took it like, nah, nigga, like whatever, that shit don't matter, nigga. You type shit. So I was just like, damn, nigga, I was just in jail fighting these white people trying to plead my case. And then, my nigga, what's crazy is in the home invasion, I had that little bitch. I had a bitch in my case. That, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, like he was doing this, and he was like try to play me like a PI and try to make my situation worse so that she can get out. So I'm like, I had a whole bitch rat on me in my case and still stood 10 toes only to get a chump case with a nerd and have this nigga try me. You know what I mean? So that shit really pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
So my nigga, I was like, yo, my nigga, at this point, I'm above the proof and the evidence and all that shit. I was like, nigga, that explaining to these that never really seemed to have my back in the first place. But as I grew, you know what I'm saying, as time went on, I'm like, yo, bro, it was like, yo, my nigga, a cop put that shit in there. It's like, yo, whatever a cop says, if it's in writing, bro, it is what it is. Kind of fried. But you niggas, like, what the fuck? Niggas should know, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga, you never see me on a statement. You never see my handwriting on shit. Nigga got me fucked up. Yeah. Tweaking. So that shit really hurt me, bro. No, so because it hurt me, it was one of those, like, when I got out, I just felt like every member of my family died, bro. So like I couldn't revisit the situation without it actually feeling like I was being stabbed in the heart over again. Like if I felt the pain of the same day over and over again when I would think about that because of all the shit that we've been through. And I'm like, damn, if niggas would have just called me, nigga, I would have been like, yo, my nigga, I may not be able to get this video or this proof right now, but my nigga, I will, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I said, even like I was tired of fighting, bro. Like I was even fighting with my nigga, my got my phone, nigga. So I'm fighting these white people and I'm fighting my bitch. She like, oh, like why don't you just get so and such to marry you? I'm like, damn, bitch, you gonna choose now to be petty? Yeah. You feel me? So I was just like, at that time, it felt like the world was against me. So now, I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to like get that shit off my chest. Like, I don't give a who, believe me, nigga. This shit was for me. You feel me? I was just like, oh yeah, like, by the way, I want y'all niggas to know y'all played yourselves, nigga. What the fuck? It was never that, nigga.
No, that's real talk.
Like, I wish niggas really just, but because you an OG, nigga, I've been seeing you in the game for a long time, nigga. I said, like, when I talk to you, it feel like talking to like a family relative. No, salute. So that's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, my nigga, if I'm gonna make sure the real niggas know.
No, fam, I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Nah, for sure.
I just got a couple more questions for you. Now, we come full circle. You got music out. You dropped some tunes recently, and you know you come to like from the highest heights, rock bottom. What have you learned through the whole process of this whole ride, fam?
Big salute to the sponsors, Sovereign Selections. Sovereign Selection is the only indigenous boutique dispensary in the downtown core. There's nothing like them with a selection of indica, quads, and super quad. They have the one must try. Now, as of November 11th, they are now going 24 hours. Find them located at 70 Dundas Street East, right east of Dundas Square, right upstairs from the Burrito Boys. They also have Grabba on deck, pre-rolls with Grabba for your convenience, insane high doses milligram edibles, and Sovereign Selection has that gas. Once again, located at 70 Dundas Street East, second floor, and you can check them out on Instagram at _sovereign_boutique. Now back to the show. Cheer.
To be honest with you, I learned a lot, and I'm thankful for that. One of the things that I've learned is, you know, we're only here to give. It's gonna sound cliche, but you know, as much as people take from you, just know you never want to die feeling like you could have given more to the world. And I never want to die like that. Like, come down, we used to say that we aspire to inspire before we expire.
Yeah.
I still live by that. Like, even like to this day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come down is like in your blood, nigga. You gotta die to get out this shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So like, nigga, to this day, nigga, like, I may like not talk to, you know what I'm saying, Fiji as much, but yo, my nigga, if that nigga hit me 5K right now, I got you. If that nigga hit me for anything, and at TO, anything, cause nigga, it's a family thing.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, nigga, even when I had problems, like, damn, nigga, why, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, nigga, I could never, ever have anybody, other motherfuckers would try to get involved, like, yo, I'm like, yo, my nigga, that's family, bro. Don't you ever try to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what the this ain't that, nigga. This a family issue. You get you stay up outside.
Only between family.
Yeah. So like, you know, but I want you to know, like, it's been love from a distance. It's been hard for me because I've been able to do things. I've learned to do things that I never thought I'd be able to do. Like, you ever pray for someone that would be considered your enemy?
For sure.
Yo, my nigga, I pray for both my co-accused. I pray for my nigga Fiji and his family every day, as much as I pray for me. As every time I say, you know, like, and like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. To pray for somebody that at the time it seemed like almost ruined my life. It was hard. It was sickening, bro. But I'm telling you, what I learned from it was so crazy because I'm like, what the fuck? He's just a man, just like I'm just a man.
Yeah.
I'm like, these people have their opinions. My friends turn their backs on me. Oh, woe is me. It's like, yo, it's not the end of the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? We live, we grow. You done did some shit that somebody else probably can't forget. So, nigga, if I want forgiveness, it's one of those like, yo, my nigga, I hope everybody forgive me for anything that I done to wrong them. And I forgive everybody. I take that shit on the chin and I charge it to the game, bro.
Yeah.
Keep it moving. I'm trying to make bread, but also I'm not just trying to make bread. Like, I'm also trying to like make motion. You see like how people talk about like come down and like talk about that lifestyle and the fun and the energy and the livelihood. I'm trying to bring that shit back, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I want, bro.
That was
all
an
I
organic
want,
time.
all I want is for us, is for the whole city to flourish.
Yeah.
So my nigga, it's really one of those, like at this point, nigga, I done said my piece. Nigga, if anybody got a problem with me, bro, my nigga, come see me about that shit.
Yeah.
I really don't care about none of that shit, bro. Cause nigga, I'm in this bitch, bro. I'm a make it work one way or another. You feel what I'm saying? So like, man, I just shot a video with my nigga Lorenz. Lorenz is one of my day one videographers. I just shot a video with him. That shit coming out. That shit gonna be done. I got a project coming out called 27 Club. I called it 27 Club because I'm finna turn 27 in December. So my nigga, it's like the death of my old self. Not like my old self isn't still in me, but it's like the death of that old shit. I'm not finna fucking run up into no McDonald's with no smoke grenades because nigga, they gonna look at my 27-year-old ass crazy. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, fam, 27, you still got mad years left in the game.
Exactly, because so I want this album to mark, you know what I'm saying, the end and also a new beginning, a new chapter. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to like slide in little gems in there too. You know what I'm saying? So like, and talk about my life. Life isn't all just like, you know, one big party. So I want to talk about some of the other shit too. So, you know what I'm saying? Fans can look forward to seeing that shit. And any of the fans that still play my shit, because I still see, nigga, I be having like 30,000, or sometimes it be going from 30 to 40,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and shit. And my nigga, I was in jail sometimes. I used to hear on Flow 93.5. Nigga, shout out Ricochet. That nigga was playing my shit. I was hearing it while I was on range, bro. Niggas used to be like, who's that? Music, tune. Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga, that shit gave me fucking life, bro. That shit made me know who I was when I forgot who I was sometimes, bro. You feel me? So really and truly, the city lifted me up when I thought that the city beat me down. Yeah. And I love that, bro, along with God. You feel me? So I'm finna drop this album and have, you know what I'm saying, like a really get back active with my fans. You feel me? Like I told you, I've been in film school. So nigga, for the past while, I've been in LA film school. I got damn near straight A's. I got this 1 B+ because the first teacher I had, she was hating on me. But don't matter. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna finish my program in 6 months. Now I can have a real hand on my creative vision and my stuff. So like, I'm trying to do all kinds of things. I don't just want to be no rapper. You feel me? I'm so much more than that. You feel me? So I hate when niggas trying to put me in a box. So like, I'll take 6 months off of music, or I'll take 6 years. But best believe I'm working towards something else that I'm doing for y'all. You feel me? For the fans, for the consumers, just for the experience, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
no, that's real talk right there, fam. And listen, fam, that kind of brings us full circle because you've had such an illustrious life and career, bro. Just to hear these different stories, man, and just to see where you are now, bro. I'm so excited to see what you got coming up in the future, fam. And I appreciate you having this conversation with me today, brother.
Oh, for sure. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Oh, for sure.
You know, you're definitely gonna have to pop out one time. You know what I'm saying?
When next time you got a show coming up, let me know, because I know that the shows from watching the Come Down Collective back in the days and just seeing your energy, a Castro solo show will just be just as fire. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that should be just as fire. It go crazy.
Yeah.
And you feel me? I'm trying to get shit grooving. I don't know. I hear fans sometimes they be hitting me talking about some Atlanta to 3. I be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Let's get it popping, fam.
You feel me? But for the city, my nigga, like I said, I'd die for the city, so that would be the least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm open to whatever niggas is open to. But like, nigga, you already know, like, niggas was hurt, but at the same time, that pain allowed me to grow. So in a way, the people that hurt me the most, I'm actually most thankful to them.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up, man. But
listen, fam, take all of that, channel it, put it into the music.
And that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
For sure. And into the films, into the cinematography. You know what I'm saying? Put these people inside my mind. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Nah, fam, I'm super looking forward to everything you got coming down the pipeline. Appreciate this conversation you had with me here. Before I get out of here, I do need to give a big salute to the sponsors and salute to B3 in the building over here. You know what I'm saying? We over here at Utopia Records Studio.
Shout out to them folks.
Yeah, man. Salute. Also, big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club. Hit them up. They're all over the GTA and across Canada. You can get deliveries. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Canada.
Delivery. You ain't even got to leave your house. Goddamn.
Right to your door. As well as Steamin' Hot Grabber. Use the code We Love Hip Hop for a discount. And you can find them on their Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabber. Castro, I think I'm going to take us out with your new tune that you have with Warhol the S over here. Track is called Rick.